Yo, what's up? Hi, my name's AJ. I'm the host. You guys know what this is. Come on, this is Attack the Talk. Welcome to the show. It's a beautiful Attack the Talk Thursday. If you're streaming live with us, if you're here live with us over in chat, we have some of our amazing friends that are with us. We have, of course, our favorite Jaegerist, that is Jacob, and we have our like fact checker,
we have our guy in the chair.
Yeah, our guy in the chair, our friend that goes out and will help us out with any kind of questions that we have. That, of course, is the incredible Josh.
We have our own personal AOT wiki.
100%, yeah. And of course, we have the beautiful Zebra Cakes in chat as well. And she says our TikTok pasta came out yummy. Awesome. I cannot wait to go ahead and try it.
Oh, awesome.
I cannot wait. Boys party. No, Lexi. No, Lexi will be joining us. Lexi will be joining us. She will be a little bit late. She has just other things to go ahead and take care of before the show.
She's a little occupado.
And yeah, so we will continue on with Warhammer Part 2 of our episode breakdown discussion. This is Season 4, Episode 6. Spoiler warning to all of our friends. You guys know the drill and everything. Joining me live right now with me in person is, of course, the talented and incredible Zach Attack.
What's up?
What's up, Zach?
Kind. You're too kind. What
good,
a gracious host you are.
You good?
Doing
it's
great.
Thursday, man. It's Thursday.
I'm feeling, one might even say, fired up.
Beautiful. We're all feeling fired up over on a Thursday. Zebra Cakes is chilling with the bros.
You're one of the boys, Zebra Cakes. You're one of the boys.
That's what it is, you know? 100%. You know what? Hey, if I could be one of the girls when Zebra Cakes has a girls' night, guess what? Zebra Cakes can be one of the guys. One of the boys. Fist pumps, fist bumps, fist pumps, and all those Zebra Cakes. Yeah. That's what it is.
Pound it.
I hope you guys noggin. There you go, dude. I hope you guys have been well. I hope you guys have had a nice week. If you guys have done anything fun or anything eventful, let us know. And for anybody that's listening, when the episodes get dropped the following week, I hope that you guys had a nice weekend. And don't be afraid to go ahead and say hi. And thank you, of course. Thank you for helping us out and for being there for us and watching us and taking the time really out of you guys' busy schedules and stuff. You know, I hope that we are a good way to go ahead and pass the time, whether it's again at work, whether it's just listening over in the car, whether it's who knows what it is.
Sitting on the toilet.
Sitting on the toilet.
Never know.
You know. That's right. Jacob says hi, Gideon, in the future. Yeah, shout out to Gideon. That was a really cool moment that we had all together last stream when we found out that he went ahead and commented. He commented, and that was cool. It's really, really cool.
It was a great feeling, man.
Shout out Gideon. That's the thing that's crazy. I think about that sometimes is like when we're all sitting done with the podcast and the podcast is like not going on anymore. We will forever have this like content, like this library, this like available just method of AOT knowledge for anybody that seeks it, anybody that is looking for, anybody that craves it, you know, anybody that watches AOT over at a later time, they want more and they somehow, you know, stumble upon our podcast. Like, it's cool knowing that we can be that outlet for people to go ahead and binge and just kind of get our point of views, all of our point of views together. And you know, it's crazy. Like when it's all said and done, it's like, we did this shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's like we did this shit together. Like all of you who are here live with us now, or all of you who are listening at a later time, or whatever the case is, like we all did this shit. Like we did it together. And, you know, I don't want to, of course, think about the end or anything and stuff like that, but we all know everything comes to an end and eventually the podcast will come to an end. And when it does, again, it is something that is available for all of our future friends.
We're immortalized on the internet, baby. You're stuck with us, whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not.
There.
Whether you like it or not.
Jacob says, I'll watch the episodes again and the podcast from the first episode. It's commitment, bro.
That's what it is.
With the full experience.
Beautiful. Just seeing where my food is at, y'all. Sorry.
Nah, you're all good, brother.
Zach, man, what you been up to? How's
Let
your week?
me remind myself using photos. Oh, I baby shot.
Oh, you baby shat?
I baby shot. I baby shot
I
for
did a little
two
baby
little
shat.
sheets. I baby shot 2 little sheets.
Okay.
An 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. You should know them. James and Brooklyn, little cousins. And man, they grow up fast, man.
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
Each time is like a new heartstring being plucked. We had a water gun fight. We were supposed to make it to the park across the street from my place.
Yeah. What ended
We
up
didn't
happening?
make it out of the backyard, man.
Oh, really?
We had no shot. With the second my mom put the water guns in their hand, it's like I saw their pupils dilate. It was like my mom just gave them instant crack, and they just instantly point and just start blasting each other. I was like, oh, come on. We didn't even get outside the property yet. Then I had to keep refilling their water guns, so I had the hose.
Yeah.
I turn the hose on. Brooklyn starts spraying me. I give the hose James. I'm like, fill your gun up and turn it off.
Yeah.
I go to shoot Brooklyn.
Yeah.
All down my house. Oh, dude, no. I was like, turn it off.
Yeah.
Turn the faucet off, and he turns it right back on. We did that for about hour and a half, just shooting water guns. Oh, they wore me out, man.
You ever get that water hose and like little gun connecting thing, you know,
we have
over
the
the
little
end,
pressure,
and
the pressure.
you go ahead and
pressure
use
nozzle
the
on.
power you have holding on to that thing. You're just like, all right, who wants to fuck me right now? Like,
Yeah.
who wants to fuck with me?
Yeah.
Like, let's go. Like, that's
Dude,
cool, man.
I had because he tried running to the other side of the backyard, and he was like, "You can't reach me." I just turned up the
All you
pressure
gotta
on
do
it,
is turn the pressure up a little
and
bit.
I was just like, "Oh yeah." He was like, "No!" Back to the corner and everything. Oh yeah, no, those kids wore me out.
That's
but
cool, man.
other than that, just schoolwork,
Schoolwork, just the same old, right?
same old,
Just that weekly grind.
different
you
day,
know.
same circus,
Yeah.
over and over, bro.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's all
cool.
good.
That's cool, man.
How have you been, my gracious host?
Yeah.
We did have a shared event this weekend.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
Oh, you're right.
In
We
this
did.
very
I'm like
abode.
trying to go ahead and process. I feel like this week has been kind of
a
a blur.
yeah.
I'm like blending weekends. I'm trying to even remember if I even talked about Balloon Museum. I don't even know. Did I talk about
No,
that?
I saw a post. I saw a post from.
I was like, did I talk about that last week? I don't know. Like,
No, you didn't.
Baby,
That
help
was
me
this
out.
week, bro. That was this week.
baby, help me out. Zebra Cakes and chat, help me out with the Balloon Museum, because I know that that Zebra Cakes also has her favorite moments of the museum. But
You guys had some really cute photos.
yeah, they were fun. So Blue Museum is it's essentially these different art installations out over in downtown LA. It's all in the kind of like this warehouse, and it's a warehouse that holds different, art installations, different kind of art themed specific like museums.
They're on
and,
rotation, yeah.
and because we had been to one before. And we realized it as like we pulled up and we're like, oh shit, this is the same venue. But Blue Museum was really, really cool. Jay goes, yeah, I seen you on Instagram, AJ. Yeah. That's like one of the few times I'm ever on Instagram is if Zebra Cakes goes on to go ahead and post me. Yeah, it was so cool, man. A lot of the installations were kind of trippy a little bit. Obviously, the name of it, Blue Museum, balloons is just like that's essentially the theme of it, right? And so you go to the rooms and it's just different like inflatable type balloon objects and stuff, And they even have like one that was really, really fun was they have this massive ball pit room, and over on all four walls are like these different like projected type of like sequences and stuff, that go along with like a track, and it was really, really cool. I was like, Zebra Cakes, it's AJ, yeah. Yeah, that was cool, man. It was cool. There was, like I said, just multiple rooms to go ahead and see. One of my favorites was this kind of like wind room where all it was essentially a room with just like wind and just these white balloons that are just constantly all just flying on the air.
Yeah.
And if you're in like the eye of the storm, it's kind of like I don't know, it's hard to kind of explain, but it's not like majestic or anything, but like it's you
like
feel
surreal.
like you feel like you're in like a different like universe, and because all you see is surrounding you. Because it was just me and Zebra Case as we were in the center, and we're just looking at each other, and as the static is like forming and they're causing our hairs to go ahead and literally like fly up and stuff, and all you see is just all these different balloons that are just all just like surrounding us, and it was really cool, and it was just like it was a really cool moment, and we generated so much static that like when we touch each other, next it's just zapping each other. So like okay, like we got to go. But what I don't understand is that when you have people who saw the balloons flying in the air and they almost took it upon themselves to start like popping them, because as we go ahead and we enter that installation, somebody was just like popping balloons. It's like I don't fucking understand why you would go ahead and just like do something that would, I don't know, like ruin things for anybody.
It's literally just like going up to an art piece and putting a little cut in it, or putting a little like a streak on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, Jacob. Degenerates. Those degenerates.
That's what it is, man. But yeah, so that was cool. Yeah. Another really beautiful moment was they had this. It's like this kind of relaxing room where it's all dark, and they have like almost like these like bean bags that you can go ahead and lay down on. And there's just this beautiful track that's playing, and the track's like almost like playing alongside this like giant like butterfly that is changing colors, and there's a swing underneath it. And when you go ahead and you sit on the swing and you start swinging, the swing causes the butterfly to flap its wings.
Oh, that's cool.
And I went ahead and I took this video of Zebra Cakes, just like I'm like just looking at her, and all I see is her just staring over at the butterfly as the butterfly's flapping its wings in the dark, and it's like obviously the butterfly is like illuminating because of its glowing and this and that, and it's like it's a beautiful moment, and that's one of my favorite moments. They had this really cool kind of like VR part of it's like an installation where you go ahead and you just sit down. They give you like one of those kind of like face coverings, so where you can go ahead and put the face covering on first, and then you put the VR set over it so that you're not touching the constant VR, and it's just for prevent spreading of germs and whatnot. And you just go on this kind of like 7-minute journey through VR. That's cool. And you look around and it's completely all surrounding you, and it's just kind of like very it was cool. Yeah, it was cool. The whole thing was really, really cool. That
reminds me a lot of
I enjoyed it.
Of Team Star Labs in Japan. It's they make you take your shoes and your socks off, and it's a lot of water. Yeah. There's some rooms that like the water goes up to like your ankles.
Okay.
There's like a waterfall you walk up, and the floor is like. No, you're good.
I'm just gonna go get the food.
You guys need to hear this too. But yeah, there's a bunch of different rooms, and they've got like a room where it's completely just surrounded by mirrors, and there's little lights just dangling down everywhere, like completely covering. They have openings for little hallways. There's some of the hallways themselves are just like mazes where there's multiple paths you can take. You can like cut off in a different direction in your walk path.
So what happened again? It was like this water, right? You said it's
yeah. There's it's like the first section is like completely covered in water for the floor. Like sometimes it's just like the bottoms of your feet.
I think about over in like Endgame. How it's like that what is it called? Where Thanos meets like a younger Gamora. And she's like, so you're kind of like walking, and you're just like in this like weird water that only comes up to your ankle.
Yeah,
and then you're just kind of like, huh?
Here, I got some proof for you. And then you can kind of scroll through that's so cool. You can scroll through that whole section, just keep looking around. That's all Japan stuff. But you can tell where we're inside and when we're not.
Is that Tez?
Yeah, that's Tezzy Wezzy. That's the boy right there.
Shout out to Tez.
Shout out Tez, bro. And there's even like rooms where it's like a bunch of flowers that are attached to the ceiling, and the ceiling drops and raises up. There's an outdoor area where it's like a little like area of like silver like spheres, eggs looking things.
Yeah.
And then there's water, and you can take like an upside down. It's supposed to look like it's reflecting, so it's like just the ground goes up, and it also is there's open sky on the bottom where the eggs are in like a mirror space. But there's a lot of cool stuff. There's a room with big balls. That was pretty cool. Kind of like how you said there's like the illumination room with the butterfly. But picture that with like a bunch of like flowers flying over.
Look at this guy, dude.
I told him I needed to flick him up, bro. I told him he had to pose up and flick up for me.
There you go. That's cool.
Yeah, man, that place was sick.
Yeah, and then something that Zach brought up, where I was like, oh shit, that was this past weekend. That's right. Was Zach? Me and Zach went ahead and watched some UFC fights.
Yeah,
with my dad and
Uncle Evan Pereira.
Yeah, for anybody that likes UFC, if you guys saw the fights last weekend, but what did you guys think?
Dog shit. A bunch of people in my class were also upset.
Really?
Yeah. Rightfully so. That was poorly scored. I want that rematch, though.
We might be getting that rematch. Right?
I would love to. Here, let me see if I can find some factual evidence.
What are you guys doing, huh?
Yeah, what's your guy? How was your guys' week?
What are you guys up to?
What have you guys been doing on your weekends?
Mm-hmm.
Question for you: how long is a balloon exhibit still going to be there for?
I think till this weekend.
Okay. I might not make it.
But yeah, if you look, let's see if I can find. If you want, I can find a link and send it to you.
For sure. Well, instead of talking about my past week, let's talk about what I'm doing this weekend. I'm gonna go look at some tide pools for my bio class.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive all the way down to Corona del Mar by Newport and go look at some tide pools for about 2 hours. It's gonna be a blast.
Pico had a tornado.
They had a what? Our Pico? Okay, it was probably like a little dust storm. They got all freaked out.
I think it was last night.
Yeah?
Yeah, 'cause it was
During the rain?
All the wind.
It's been pretty windy all day too.
What does everything say?
This week I made a lot of TikTok desserts. AJ helped me flatten dates so I can make some crunchy dark chocolate peanut butter bars.
Yep.
That's pretty sick.
Those dates.
I love dark
They
chocolate.
Look like squished up roaches when you go and you flatten them.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Oh, this is sick. Let's fly. Trying to think what other crazy things have been going on.
What do you guys eat for dinner? It's late for some of you guys.
I know some of you guys it's like almost 10 o'clock. Yeah.
I don't know where my glasses are, to be honest.
Need new sunglasses. I don't know which kinds I want to get.
Look at that. Those glasses are like blue light. But I know I need real glasses. It's been so long since I've been to
The optometrist.
Optometrist, dentist, all that stuff. It's so bad, but go get checked out.
I only went because I broke a rib. I've seen the doctor enough times in my life. I can wait. Oh, I watched the My Hero Academia movie, the fourth one, the newest one. It's pretty good. There's like a mock.
Those aren't canon, huh?
This one takes place in between where the anime left off and the next season. in terms of the time, but I don't think it's canon. It's not in the manga, so. But it's cool. Good story. It's about this guy who's basically impersonating All Might and saying he's the new symbol of peace. In reference to the scene of the "now it's your turn" scene. So, here's what I'm talking about. After the United States of Smash, and he's like pointing at the camera like this. He's like, "And now it's your turn." And then both Bakugo and Midoriya are like, he's talking about. And then Midoriya's like, he's talking about me. Oh my god. I'm his successor. But Midoriya is fucking broken, bro. Broken.
At this point, he is, huh?
Fucking busted.
I was just barely seeing his like no fucks given like era.
His emo boy era. Some people call it his stained era. Aha.
Interesting. Well, as you can see, no product placement at all. It's just something up there. We're not trying to go ahead and do any kind of like, subtle hints or anything. We're not trying to tell you to go ahead and watch a certain, anime if you haven't seen it yet.
Watch it. I mean, do whatever you want, bro. Watch it. It's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. The movie was solid. Yeah. I had to rent it on Amazon Prime.
Oh, really?
I just really wanted to watch it. I'd been seeing clips about it, and I was like, I need to go to watch. It was like $3 or something on Amazon Prime for renting it. And then I get to watch it.
Huh?
Yeah, it was like $3, $4, something like that.
Movies, man, when you rent them, they're like
fucking $20. Yeah, I've seen some that are like $19, $20.
The new ones.
And yeah, and you get them. You get them for like a day.
Yeah. There's like the moment you go ahead and you press play. You get whatever a full day to go ahead and watch it.
You get 30 days to hit play.
Yeah.
And then you get 24 to 48 hours to watch it entirely, or as many times as you want.
Yeah, honestly.
I think I'm gonna watch it one more time because tonight's my last night. It's not that long either.
Oh yeah. This is vibing with that Taco Bell.
Dude, we're gonna get so much good anime this year.
Yeah.
In 10 days, 9 days, we're gonna get a bunch of information. So we're gonna like Kaiju number 8, One Piece. I think we're.
Hey, is April gonna be a good month for One Piece?
Well, April, we come back April 6th. So yeah. Oh, I didn't even read the manga that came out today. I don't even know if it came out yet. It's Manga Thursdays.
Last of Us season 2 in April.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think so. We better get it. No, it's not out yet.
Last of Us season 2.
Oh.
I've been watching Daredevil series, the Disney Plus one.
Yeah. How are we liking it?
3.
The new one?
Oh yeah, it's good.
Oh, I've been watching. I don't know if you've ever seen Nana.
Heard of it?
Huh?
Heard of it?
The one with the two Nanas?
I think so.
I just started watching that. I heard it gets really intense, but I'm only like 18 episodes in.
Damn. You guys be really watching shit, huh?
I mean, I've not much at work to do most of the time. Sitting at the desk, throw something on.
Yeah, I started watching this thing. I'm like, oh, cool, man. So I'm like, good, man. I'm like, already on season 3. I'm like, damn.
I know.
I'm like,
I mean,
what the fuck?
it's just background noise sometimes. Like, I have it there, and honestly, at work, 9 times out of 10, I ain't got nothing to do, man. Just click clack on the computer for like 10 minutes, and then okay, I'm caught up until I get an email. So I just have something on the side while I'm doing homework or just chilling.
You know what I've been listening to? I've been listening to like certain like documentaries about famous people or celebrities that have like died at a young age, and kind of like their final moments, and also too like
What
kind
led
of
them
brought
to that
them
point?
to, yeah, exactly. And there's some fucked up shit, man. Hollywood's fucked up,
I
dude.
know it is.
Hollywood's like this like Nosferatu that's just constantly draining your life source, and to the point where it can literally cause you to go into a spiral and cause you to just like do some dark stuff, man.
I thank God that Nickelodeon and Disney didn't snatch me up on the sets, bro.
Can you imagine that?
Oh, where I would be now, I don't know.
I know, man. These days, now you gotta look out for Ariana Grande trying to swoop you up too.
Cut me in line for lunch. Fuck that bitch. On Turtle, fuck that bitch. If you get that reference, you're cool. If you don't, oh well.
Okay, gotta find out. That's cool. Jacob is watching it on his PCA with his
part 2 of Naked is simulcast.
March 18th dub will be caught up. Oh, okay.
Yeah. April 6th simulcast. So anything, any weekly watchers.
So weekly's
sub
all
end up.
gonna be just caught up. That's crazy. I never thought that would happen.
Now's your time, bro.
I know. Well, might be a big Zebra Cakes art studio day coming
Ooh.
up, and if that happens, then maybe I'll invest in watching some One Piece.
We'll see. We'll see.
You know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and think about. I'm like One Piece, or either I'm gonna get back into One Piece or Pokemon.
I'm fine with either of them. Yeah, that's fine.
Zach just showed me
bro.
he just showed me a kick-ass Pokemon trailer too for it was
Legend Z to A.
yeah.
I saw some clips of the new Pokemon anime.
Zebra Cakes is like Ariana Grande,
Yawn.
Nosferatu, bing bing.
Lush hearts. What else train of thought?
Pokemon.
Oh, saw some little snippets of the Pokemon anime without Ash in it, the newest one.
Oh, okay.
The animation, holy shit, man! There's like some really well animated scenes.
You know what's funny is that recently me and Zebra Cakes went to like a sporting goods store, and there was 3 guys working over. They were both at the register, and they were like talking something very kind of like subtly, and they were talking, "Hey, what's up? Lexi is here.
We are live.
Hi, what's up, Lex?
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Let me finish the story real quick. Yeah, these 3 guys, they were like kind of being hush talking under their breath a little bit about certain like stuff, right? And it was kind of weird. I was like, okay, they're talking about how like, yo, dude, I'm like, I'm telling you, bro, I'm so much better than you, so much better than you. I'm like, okay, just guys being guys being competitive,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. And I'm wondering what's going on. And they were talking about, I was like, look, dude, I'm telling you, like, if I go ahead and I beat you, like, let's put something on it.
Bears.
He's like, let's just put something on it, like if I beat you or whatever. And they're like, I don't know, what do you want to do? Like what, like lunch or something? And I was like, no, let's do something else. And I'm like, well, like what? Like, I don't know, like, how about you have to do like this for the week over like pretty much at the job or whatever, like you have to do this. And the guy's like, nah, man, I don't know about all that. I'm thinking, what the hell are they talking about? Like, oh, I'm better than you, or if I beat you, I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? And then
It's a
when
big dick off.
when we go ahead and we go to the register to go ahead and just, you know, pay and go, we see 2 guys under the table underneath the cash register.
Yeah.
They're showing it's not a dick off, it's a deck off.
Oh,
They're
it's a
showing
new
their
deck?
Pokemon decks.
Oh no way! Yes.
I'm like, oh shit. I'm like,
They're playing.
That's
They're
fun.
playing the new app.
They're like,
They're
wait, I want
hot
in.
top about.
they're like legit, like Pokemon has been back. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is a full-on Pokemon like Ponzi scheme here.
Dude.
Of like over at the sporting goods store, they're just like under the table, they're just dueling each other.
Good.
I'm like, shit, that's crazy.
Every booth at a Frankensons is dueling when no one's at the stand.
That's
bro.
so cool.
Here, I pulled up. This is just one of the battles.
Does Jacob go, what's up with Ariana? Why does she look like that?
Why does she look like that? When she was younger, she was really sexy. So that's
crazy.
Jacob's new username?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, who is that?
This is some high quality animation.
Jacob, I love you, but the last time we talked about a celebrity's body, they died. So
Uh-oh. Who was it?
we saw what happened with Chadwick Boseman. Let's not be talking about people's bodies.
Oh, you're
All right. Because I don't know what's going on with Ariana Grande either. She looks extremely skinny, so I don't know what's happening with her either.
Guilt.
So.
Let's hope it's guilt. Maybe she'll grow from it.
Yeah, I have no idea. But I agree. I do miss Blackiana. I miss when Ariana Grande was black.
That's crazy. The Michael Jackson effect goes so hard.
I miss when Ariana Grande was black.
It's crazy. There's so many different nicknames. I remember Zebra Kicks was looking over at them, and they're like naming them, and I think one of them was like for Blackiana was like Ariana Wakanda or something like that, or
Oh, wow.
Wakanda Grande.
yeah,
Africana Wakanda.
Africana.
yeah, there it is,
Wakande.
Africana Wakanda, yeah,
Work.
or Wakanda, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of miss Blackiana.
And also, this looks
She made
pretty
some
cool,
good
man.
music.
That's just one episode. Hey, there's a whole story behind those two that are fighting. They grew up together, then they got separated and they evolved. They didn't know they were friends. It's
Damn.
so cute. I haven't watched the anime, but that makes me want to watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Lexi has officially joined us.
Hello.
Lexi is here. Hit the applause button for you if you want. Only if you want.
Imagine she hit the wah, 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 wah.
I know. Hit the wrong one.
Yeah, it's kind of just been a pretty chill week for us. What about you, Lex? What have you been up to? Everything good?
Very chill. I started playing. I bought.
Very classy.
Monster Hunter?
No, I did not. I bought.
did.
Oh, I think I know what you're about to say.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora,
Yeah.
and I love Avatar so much.
Yeah. You love it even more after
There's
playing the
nothing
game?
more I want in my life than
Has it
to
just been
be
on
a
your
Navi.
mind? Has it just been on your mind?
Avatar's been on my mind since the movie came out in 2009, dude.
Yeah, well, I know that, but sometimes too, when you are like playing something, that's like only thing on your mind. Like sometimes when you're over at work,
There
you're
has
like,
been a few times at work that I've been like, dang. I will say, last night, I finally got to the level where I was able to tame and get my own Ikuran, which is the flying.
Really?
I have my own Ikuran now.
Okay, hold on. Give
And
us
I can-
give us some perspective here, right?
Okay,
Did
so
that like open up your world a lot?
What like? How do you need to get to that point? Like we're talking about like how many hours you logging? What's like certain kind of criteria?
this
What's the
game
completion percentage
is the
here?
perfect game to just like, I mean, what I
Just
do
goof
is
around
just
with?
get high and just start playing. It's all first person.
It's open world.
It's open world, and the map is gigantic.
Okay.
Gigantic.
How
I
happy
had
are you?
barely.
Okay, hold on.
Fly now. Oh my
I think about scenes when it's like it's like nights or whatever, and then everything's glowing, and you're just able to just how beautiful it looks in the movie. Is it like that?
Exactly like that.
Oh,
Exactly like that. So you're first person.
Damn.
You run around as this 9-foot blue alien, and you get to fully customize yourself. By the way, my girl's cute. She's got bangs. She's got feathers and accessories. She's cute, and and pretty much the story, and it integrates into the movie story too. Given you never see Jake Sully or anything like that, but it's like a time skip kind of thing.
Okay.
Where it's like you're a Na'vi ambassador.
Are they pretty much like? Are they brought up or no?
Yeah, they are. Like they're integrated into the story, but it's more of just talked about where it's like this chaos is going in because someone like Jake Sully went AWOL on us, so now we need to
okay,
evacuate.
okay.
Da-da-da. And it's like, oh, okay, so you don't see it happen, but the commotion
Yeah.
is happening.
So it's just like a third party perspective from
And-
the Na'vi.
Basically. And then it's like a couple years later. So now you're this Na'vi that was taken by the RDA. That's the American government or the humans
Yeah.
that are on Pandora trying to conquer it and
Do you
like,
get to
killing it.
fight against those humans over in those crazy tech suits?
Yeah. So you can like,
crazy.
I mean,
That's nuts.
so it's really cool because it's open world. You have a lot of freedom, but there's also like when you kill. So you have the option to have like shotguns, assault rifles, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I choose to have an ethical game. So I'm doing all bows and arrows.
Wow.
All bows and arrows.
How is that against like a combat suit?
I am using explosive arrows. So
Oh, okay.
It kind
Yeah,
of merged.
she's crafty with it.
Yeah.
Heat seeking.
Yeah. Some poison arrows, you know?
Like tracking arrows.
Yeah. And like my heavy
Jet
bow.
propulsed arrows.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Heat-seeking explosive arrows, being so ethical.
Oh
I
my
use
God.
a bow and
But
arrow
it's-
to launch my missiles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what's
So
funny
it's
that,
ethical.
just to add on to that real quick, is that I remember there's a game I used to play with my buddies back in the day. I think it was called like Warhammer or something like that, Vermintide, and you get to go ahead and choose your weapons, and you get to go ahead and essentially, obviously, upgrade your weapons the further along the game you goes that you advance into, and one of my buddies was like this like elf that had like an arrow, and got to the point where literally upgraded his bow and arrow so good and just literally just like
Just
obnoxiously OP to a point where if let's say you have like a cool ass melee weapon and you want to go ahead and just take out some of the like vermintide, like these giant rats, it wouldn't matter because next thing you know an arrow just goes and it literally was like tracking arrows.
Perfect. Oh
it would
my
go ahead
God.
and target.
He's just going.
It
Yeah,
would
and
target.
it's just-
All he had to do was like boom, auto target, boom, go, and then release, and then just get the kill.
Dang, yeah.
And you have no idea how annoying it is when like I had a sick ass freaking melee sword because I was like I was like a different type of
brawler,
whatever
yeah.
character, right? And I'm getting ready to go ahead and just take out one of those freaking creatures, and next thing you know, the creature falls right before I can even get to him.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm
cool.
oh my gosh.
Thanks for stealing my kill.
Swing.
So
swings and
Lexi,
because it's dead.
So Lexi has one of those arrows. Cool. Okay.
Basically. Actually, the game is kind of hard. There's been a couple of missions where I'm trying to take over like an RDA drilling site where they're like polluting Pandora or whatever, and that's
Yeah.
your mission. You have to
Typical Americans.
get rid of it, and yeah, they're just trying to take all our minerals,
Typical humans.
resources. Yeah.
Earthlings.
So there has been a couple of times. There's this one mission that I genuinely was like, dude, I'm gonna crash out at Avatar right now. Like it literally took me like 5 tries because there's all of these mechs. There's like automatic turrets
Yeah.
that can kill me, and I have to be sneak. I was just being too impatient and wasn't being the sneakiest.
Say sneaky with bow and arrow. That's,
Yeah.
So she
9
didn't
foot
start
tall
off by
alien.
telling us that it was a stealth.
It was a stealth mission, and I didn't know that. I was like, explosive arrow, and
boom.
so it's so much fun though. It's so cool. You go through, and it's like obviously I play with my headphones on. I
Yeah.
get a good high, and you're just in it. Turn my lights off. Running through the forest at night, hearing everything, like even when you're in, so obviously I had to get my Icon by going into the Hallelujah Mountains, the floating mountains, and you're up there and the music is playing.
Why do I feel like you're like
And
low-key like shedding tears when you're playing it?
Dude, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
That's how I felt playing Elden
It's
Ring. Sometimes
so
it's just
beautiful.
it looks so good that you have to just sit there and appreciate it.
Yeah, like
How
I
many
look
times do you
around,
stop?
everything's
Yeah.
glowing.
Dude, honestly too, like games are
Record your
crazy.
screen a bit. Just
Yeah.
Like I even think about like Red Dead too. There's times in Red Dead where it's like,
Yeah.
God damn, like
Like
they
Red
really
Dead.
went in on this game.
Yeah.
Can't wait for GTA 6.
It's crazy to think like
it's
how
gonna
be
realistic
good.
they can go ahead and make video games to the point where like you're literally like in awe of the landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And like Avatar is my shit.
Yeah.
Avatar is my shit. So, yeah, when I'm running around, and this is the best $40 I've ever spent in my life, like on this video game because it was on sale. It was originally like $120, but
Damn, that's
it's
crazy.
so much fun, so immersive, and very chill. And like there's the main story.
Yeah.
And then there's also side missions where it's like, hey, I need you to like pick these fruit because I'm going to teach you how to really cook. Because you can cook in the game too.
Really?
And I'm like, cool, where are the fruit at? And they're like, yeah, it's up in these roots in this area. Go find out. So you get to travel and stuff. I mean, they have fast travel as an option because the map is so big. But why would you want to?
Yeah.
Now you
It's
can
just so
fly.
cool. Yeah, I can fly now. I can jump off a cliff and just whistle and my Econ's
Well, I was
there.
gonna ask you, is like on demand?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
So
We just
if
have
you,
that
if
bond.
you whistle, does it like is it literally just like a whistle and it shows up, or do you have like a delay if it's a bit farther away?
It comes from like behind your camera. and,
so it
and then it
swoops
comes
in.
and gets you. Yeah, but it's pretty quick. Like I was screen sharing. I was streaming my game on Discord to show Luca last night, and he was like, "See how close you can get to the ground before you." I was like, "Babe, I'm trying to enjoy this game," and his man brain is like, "See how close you can get to the ground for the Icon to save you." I was like,
test the mechanics
"Okay,
of it.
babe," and
He
I
just
didn't.
wants to see you splat.
So I jumped off, and you're really high up. Like the floating mountains are really, like they're above the clouds. You're really up there, and you're going down. And I didn't realize that there was I'm coming down and there's an edge of a cliff right here. And I was like, oh my God, am I about to clip it? So I panic, call my Econ, and it like glitches, flies through the mountain and picks me up. I was like, cool, magic.
And if you think about the older like PS2 Spider-Man games,
Oh
go
yeah.
ahead and like try to find the whatever the tall is, like Empire State Building and stuff, right? And next, you jump off. And some of the games, if you go to a certain point, like the older ones, it wouldn't let you go ahead and kind of like last second try to go ahead and then swing. Sometimes it'll just go ahead and free fall, and just be like, whatever, and you kind of like have to
and you
checkpoint
can't save it.
But it was cool when you're able to get to the point where you can go ahead and free fall, and you're like, okay, like
test the limits.
How close can I get to go ahead and just like swing?
Let me just get that adrenaline rush real
before
quick.
getting the impact and stuff. You know, and it's cool.
I was getting enough
it
adrenaline.
Is just guy brain stuff. I don't know. Like
Dude,
how close can I get before
it's
dying?
The same thing that's like rock puddle.
Yeah.
Like
I need
sheet
to
of
see.
ice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Throw a rock and break
Physics.
it.
One of those like, there's a bunch of rocks around us. Let's go see who can throw them the farthest.
I know.
Hey, speaking of physics, a crazy thing. Can I really do it? I can't do it. So there's this thing, and I tested this at work. Flat surfaces. I saw someone do it with a remote. You can put it on the wall, slide it up.
Yeah, with like,
and it sticks.
And it sticks to
stays.
these walls.
Yes. It's 'cause
Supposedly.
You're squeezing, the heat from the friction is squeezing all the air out.
It's
It's
not
a
gonna work with
vacuum
this
seal.
case.
Yeah, you can do it with a lighter.
I don't want to scratch up the wall though.
That's what I want to do.
I'm so nervous. I'll do it non-sticker side. Why do we have a lighter in here? Don't ask.
Handle.
It's not flat enough. Yeah, it's too rounded. It's not flat enough.
That'll work. That'll work.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Well, there we go.
We're gonna stop doing
We're going
that.
to pause that.
There you go.
We'll do it we'll make a video.
But yeah, I've
put
been
it on
doing good,
story or
guys.
something.
Having fun, doing good, and
good.
spending time out in the rain with the kids.
Jacob said Wizard 101 is my shit. Zebra Cake said I did one lower body workout yesterday and now I can't get up. It's just my ass is just so fat, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what it is.
one workout and it's just. That's why girls are afraid to lift weights.
One workout and you look like Squidward when you
Yeah.
ate all those Krabby Patties.
Exactly.
So it's been a long time since I've been on social media, but I remember there was this one video that I saved. It was like this cute little chubby kid. He was telling his sister, it was like, do I look
I
skinnier?
know exactly what video you're talking about.
And then
This chubby kid that's like shirtless.
yeah, and he's like, what do you mean? He goes, oh, I like worked out or whatever. I can't remember the exact words verbatim, but he goes, I worked out.
He was like,
Goes,
did
"Am I
it shrink?"
skinnier?" Yeah, did I shrink? And he had like a speech impediment.
shrink?
Did I shrink?
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, it doesn't
He was
work
like,
like
"No,
that,
it
dude.
doesn't work like
and he goes,
that. It's
I
not-
hate that.
Yeah. he goes, I thought when you exercise it's supposed to shrunks.
Yeah, sure.
Like it's supposed to shrink. And she was like, that's not how working out works. It's not instant like that. I hate that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, me
I
too.
hate that.
Me too, man. That's why that video is so viral.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's so real.
Gosh.
And I tell you, I spent half my
hate
workout
that.
checking to see if I looked any better each rep. Oh God.
Hell yeah, baby. That's how it's done.
You got to get that pump after.
Yeah.
That's where the real body dysmorphia comes in. When you have a pump and you're like, wow, this is what I look like.
2 hours later.
Yeah, 2 hours later, you're like, what? Where did my legs go?
I know, seriously.
Where did my biceps go? What's happening?
Yeah.
I deflated.
You just got to keep at it. It's hard. Because then as you keep at it, you don't notice it until, I don't know, someone tells you. Like yesterday, I was on FaceTime with my friend Pretty, and we were trying on outfits in front of each other and just girl stuff, you know? And she was like, oh my God, girl, why do you look ripped right now? And she only saw from like here up. She was like, you look ripped. I was like, thanks. I've been doing push-ups with the kids at PE. You know, push-ups with the kids at
There
PE
you
will
go.
do something to you.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'd be doing my around the worlds with 5-pound weights,
Boulder shoulders.
which is hard, dude. It's actually hard to do. But yeah, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora.
No,
Lots of
Jacob has
fun.
been watching Adventure Time and regular show.
Two
Oh,
awesome shows.
Zebra Cake
You
says
literally
you literally
are
are ripped.
I know. It's just I can't contain. You know, it's just massive.
There you
It's
go.
just huge. I'm not even holding onto my shirt right now. It's just that big.
Zebra Cake loves regular show.
Yeah, so does Luca. Luca's like, you need to watch it.
It's so good.
It'd be exactly your humor. You have to watch it.
It is. It's everyone's humor. It's so good. It's, oh, I love Pops.
Good stuff. So besides the Avatar game, everything else been good, Lex?
Yeah, everything else is pretty chill. Continuing to work out.
No,
Continuing
you're
to,
not. You're not Benson, bro.
Yeah.
AJ is Vincent. Zebra Cake said he's not.
He's not. Yeah.
Actually,
You like skips.
Zebra Cakes, baby, you said I talk like somebody sometimes. Who do I talk like sometimes? You've mentioned it before. You're like, do you know regular show is like, you sound like this person sometimes.
Muscle Man?
I don't know.
Muscle Man.
My mom.
She says you talk like Mordecai. I don't know. Do I sound like Mordecai when I talk sometimes? I guess.
Talk to me
maybe.
about CJ.
About CJ.
Oh, so I saw CJ the other day, and CJ was like trying on these weird like pants, but they were so wide I didn't realize that they were parachute pants. I guess those are something that people wore back in the day.
Why do I hear it?
I don't know.
I think it's just the cadence of the way you talk.
I think it is the cadence.
I think that's what it is too, because so when Zebra Cake says sometimes, I think it's the cadence. Sometimes it's there, and sometimes it isn't. Sometimes
Very
it's
chill,
not.
bro. Sometimes.
And then sometimes it's just AJ, not Mordecai.
Yeah.
Is Mordecai the bird?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mordecai's the blue jay.
Okay, cool.
Blue jay?
She
Yeah.
goes.
Blue Jay.
A blue jay and a raccoon?
Yeah,
Is he a
like
raccoon?
Yeah.
Benson
Trash
is me when I'm
Got it.
having a bitch fit. You are not him.
You're fired.
Jacob goes, now go with confidence. Is that what he does?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I go, step off. Step off.
But sometimes you remind me of Mordecai's like random mannerisms.
I love it.
Just from what I have seen off of regular show, I think I would enjoy it.
Oh, it's a great journey.
I should watch it. Gotta watch stuff like that instead of Baby
The way you
Meteor.
said it, he goes, I should watch it.
I should watch it. I should. Should have watched it.
Shrunks.
Who's your favorite
I was
character?
supposed to shrunk.
What?
Regular show.
I've never honestly have seen a full episode.
Yeah. We didn't grow up watching it.
Yeah.
You guys watch Adventure Time?
No, that's not really one of the ones.
That was like
either.
I
You
feel
guys
like
were
that was
Cartoon Network
after.
kids, huh?
Well, we were, but only like to a certain point.
You like after like Codename Kid Next Door and like
because even then, like we would watch Codename, but I feel like Codename never was a show that we were like, oh hell yeah, Codename.
Yeah, I don't really remember full on story. The only story I remember is like the Halloween special, and like that's it
That one's a
Yeah.
solid one.
with the pumpkin.
Or like, didn't Codename also have like a collaborative episode or something like that with oh shit, who was it?
I loved when they did that.
It was Codename.
Sweet Life on
and-
Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly
I
Deck.
know, seriously.
Cool.
Jeez. Jimmy Timmy special.
Yeah, that one was
that one
cool.
was
That
sick.
one
That was
was
cool. I can't remember
For
the
the books,
Codename
man.
collab was.
I remember.
I think I gotta look it up.
I remember. What was it? There was a website where it's like all of the cartoon characters were there. It was like you could be Danny Phantom, you could be SpongeBob, you could be Nigel Uno, you could be Courage the Cowardly
Whoa.
Dog. It was like all of the cartoons came together to fight a common enemy.
I used to have a DS game like that.
it
But
was
they
like-
fought like robots. And you could pick between. I remember the characters in there were like. What was his name? It was like Talk and the Power of Juju.
Tack and the Power of. Oh my god!
That too.
They used to have that
And,
game at McDonald's.
El Tigre.
El Tigre, Manny
And,
Rivera.
Shit.
That shit was so
And
good.
crap, what's the one with the two cats? One of them is all black and they're very cartoony. He doesn't really look like a cat, but one of them is all black. And
I'm gonna beat myself up. What's the other one?
I can't remember.
There's two. That
It was just there. But it's all like Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network?
Oh,
Yeah.
you know we did. Zebra Cakes.
Anyone else watch?
Mr. Meaty.
Mr. Meaty?
and
Oh,
Celebrity
hell
Deathmatch.
yeah. Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Meaty, yeah.
That's a crazy experience.
Squidbillies.
Squidbillies. I
Squidbillies
love
was the
Squidbillies.
This is
Shit.
perfect.
Love Squidbillies.
Yeah, when you watch it's always so weird when you see the Adult Swim bumpers right when like Cartoon Network finishes.
Yeah.
And then you have like the doom,
Yeah.
doom, and it's like something so ominous. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What's in Adult Swim?
And you're like, okay, guess
And then the opening of Robot Chicken.
I was gonna
plays.
say you're literally about to go ahead and watch Robot Chicken. Yeah. Yeah. It traumatized you.
Traumatized? Well, yeah. I mean, when you're, it's the combination of being a kid and being up late, watching something you feel like you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
And then the stuff they show is like cartoon real life people
Yeah.
being murdered or whatever. But some iconic stuff though.
Oh yeah, that stuff was crazy. But yeah, those are some throwbacks for sure. Mr. Media Celebrity Deathmatch.
I don't think I'll ever find it. It was like every cartoon character. Like, you had Samurai Jack, Ben 10,
Really?
SpongeBob, like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, all of them. And you could it was like one of those ones where you walk around in like a live server and you could see other
Dang,
people.
really?
It was like super late 2000s. I can't remember what it was called. I remember being like, wow, that's so cool. And then my parents were like, no, you can't play it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, okay. That's
Fine.
fine.
Damn.
You can even play as Ed or Eddie.
Really?
Ed, or Eddie.
Ed, or not and.
Was it Fusion Fall? That's yes, Fusion Fall. That's what it was.
Mr. Meaty.
I'm like trying to think about the cartoon you were talking about with the two black cats.
Yeah, one of them is a black cat who's like
Fusion
the
Fall
lead.
is a 2009 action-adventure comedy game set in the Cartoon Network universe.
Look it up. Pretty
I
sure
could have
it's
sworn you could play as other characters too. You could play as all of the imaginary friends.
That's
Yeah.
another show I never really
Mojo
watched.
Jojo.
It was the Imaginary Friend one.
I loved Foster's.
Yeah.
That altered my brain chemistry.
I liked Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends the few times that I
and
watched.
Cheese.
I liked Coco. I liked
A weird, amazing
Will.
world of Gumball.
that I do not watch. I think it was I started to age out of cartoons.
Teen Titans, yeah.
Oh, Teen Titans, hell
So
yeah.
they shrunk them, yeah.
Yeah,
I heard Teen Titans Go has really good story writing later on though.
Yeah, I heard Teen Titans Go gets really good.
Probably people told me that's probably better than the original Teen Titans.
Really?
They incorporate the original Teen Titans in some episodes.
Okay.
What am I about to look up? Is it a
I'm not
cartoon?
Blue, bro. Blue is Blue is crazy.
Yeah, he's a little Cartoon Network.
I'm
with
cheese, bro.
Black cat. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Do I look up 2010s? What do I look up to get it?
Mandela effect, man.
It was in my video game, I swear.
Like it wasn't cats, it was actually just dogs.
Well, he kind of looked like a cat, but it was a really crudely drawn cat.
Like what? Like
It was basically
Like Ren
just
and
like a
Stimpy?
shape of a cat. And he had a deeper voice.
You're not talking about Chowder.
No, not Chowder.
A cat.
Oh my
I
God,
don't know. Can you find it?
Mr. Blick.
Mr. Blick.
Who is
I have
Mr. Blick?
No clue what that is.
Hold on.
Oh, yes. I know what show you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, you're right. Okay,
Yeah.
I do remember this.
Isn't
What
that
show was
weird?
this?
And then his
Cat Scratch, that's what it was.
Cat Scratch. That's what it is. Yeah, that was also in my video game.
Damn, that was crazy.
Yeah, he's kind of like a cat. It's a cat shape. And then his he's the smarter, more sophisticated one.
Yeah.
The other ones are stupid. Mm-hmm. Is that even a cat? What is that? That looks like a sock.
Yeah.
That is a sock.
It's a saggy sock, bro.
Right on.
But yeah, guys, my week's been good. Been playing Avatar and fucking weed.
I
Yeah.
got Monster Hunter. I think
Yeah?
I mentioned that to you. I've been playing a little bit more.
Yeah, you mentioned it that you started playing it last week, so
it's fun, man. Tess got to get it, and he has so much more free time than me. He is so done with the story.
Oh God.
He is so done with the story. He was like, we have to fight this monster and this monster. I want to get this armor set. I was like, I just want to finish the
Just
story.
enjoy
That's
this
crazy.
game.
Died.
What happened to Marvel Rivals?
Died
Okay.
in my heart.
The past 5 times I've played Marvel Rivals, I have genuinely hated playing it. It's to the
Really?
point now to where it's so new and so popular that it gets way too competitive and way too sweaty. There's a lot of entitlement with it to where I could make I'm not even doing bad. And people just, you have people in every lobby that just blame everyone but themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then me being me, I go in and if someone's talking bad about my friend, I go in, I have my little keyboard ready. I go in and I defend them. And they're like, Loki, shut up, dude. Your healing output isn't even da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, dude, I'm not a healer. I'm a strategist, okay? Let's get one thing straight. But I was talking about this with Luca last night. I just don't think Marvel Rivals is my game. It's
so
fun,
toxic.
but I just don't think
It's more toxic than Overwatch.
Yeah, I just don't think it's my game.
It just needs to settle. It needs to settle.
Yeah, I think it's just too new.
I don't like how your rank doesn't refresh with the season.
Yeah, that is a
I
little
don't like
tough.
that. And I think
I feel like they need to do it like every other season.
They should broaden the limitations between the rank you can have with your friends when you queue up. Because there's got to be at least like 6 to 9 for the gap.
Yeah.
Because if you have friends who just can't play, then once your friend gets...
Yeah, I can't play comp with a lot of my friends.
Yeah, I can't either.
Because they're either too high or I'm too high up there.
Because it's like Diamond 2 right now. And because I was in Gold and I didn't get to Diamond, it kept, when you stop playing, it brings you down.
Yes.
I'm back in Silver 2, baby.
That's what happened to Marco. Marco is in Gold.
It drops you.
For inactivity, you get dropped.
Which is crazy. Which is insane.
Yeah, it's literally, it's basically them trying to make it crack.
Yeah.
They're like, you need to keep playing or
Yeah.
you will suffer.
Yeah, basically.
Bro, that's fucked.
And there's also like this thing,
There is a thing in it.
there is
the thing.
like this, the thing.
Yeah.
There's also like this, the thing, isn't it? But there's also this thing going
Do they
around.
have all the Fantastic Four in it
Yeah.
now?
They do now.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So they have, Johnny Storm and the thing in there now. But supposedly,
Here's Johnny.
when you're playing comp, they'll like purposely make it so that you lose, win, lose. Like, so like you're chasing that win like gambling.
Yeah.
And I am a sucker.
Hence Elo Hell. Once you get there and you're out of Elo Hell, then you're just already addicted.
What's Elo?
Elo is just like poor lobbies, poor matchmaking.
Oh, right.
It's just like rage bait
Yeah.
level. F-com,
No,
for real.
it's like not even, there's some games that's just not even fun. Like when you're playing as a healer and you're just getting dove on by a magic and a Spider-Man, you're like, dude, I don't know what to do.
And your teammates are just like,
And your teammates
"No,
are
no,
like,
no, no,
there's no heals.
I'm on
Where are the
objective. Where's
heals?"
my support?
I know.
Dying because
Dude,
you're in
I'm
my
not getting
shield.
any heals. Dude, I'm getting dove by Spider-Man. I can't aim at him.
That's crazy.
I'm dying. That's why I can't heal.
It's rough out there.
So yeah, I've just been playing quick match and like unlocking the missions and stuff so I can, because they have the new board game thing in there now. You can get rolls and you unlock stuff, and I've been doing that. And funny enough, when I was talking to Luca about it last night, he was like, hey, well, if you ever want to hop back on Overwatch, like just for fun, like I'd be down, because sometimes Marvel Rivals just is it's too sweaty for me. I'm like, yeah. And Overwatch is like trying to get people back. They brought back loot boxes.
Oh,
They're
yeah?
like, yeah, they brought back loot boxes.
Oh, shit.
And they're gonna bring back they're bringing back Le Seraphim, actually. Yeah, with new emotes. So I might be hopping on back there. Might go back to my Moira girl. I don't know.
Yeah, me and some of the boys have just been missing Destiny 1.
Right.
That was our shit. So much.
It really was, honestly. I remember you and your friends really were like clockwork. Destiny is the...
We got raids, baby. We got raids to do, loot to gather, and trials on the weekends, bro. We gotta win our 3v3s, win your ones, 9 wins in a row, no loss, and we get extra loot.
Yeah.
Oh, the rage was so real. Oh, so
But it's
much
like
fun.
tolerable because you're raging with your friends.
And it's also like you normally, instead of the inverse of lose, win, it's more like you get 7 to 8 wins, then you probably get your ass kicked by someone else because you're playing with people who have the same wins as you.
Okay.
So
right.
if you have 8 wins and you need 1 more, you're playing against another card with 8 wins who needs 1 more.
Damn.
So everyone's hungry
Yeah. Everyone's trying their best.
because you get like exclusive loot for the weekend and they have special like perks and modifiers on them, and sometimes they have little stat buffs. Oh, the grind was so real in that game, but it was so worth it.
I will say I do miss being in Diamond because I miss hero bans. I loved being able to go in and be like, ban Spider-Man, ban Magic, ban Squirrel Girl.
I haven't even gotten to that point yet. 'cause
I've
I
only
just
been
haven't
in a
had the
couple of those
time.
games, and
I want
it's
it.
sweaty, but it's fun. But I feel like they need to bring it over to Plat, because my Plat lobbies have been...
We actually all
Not fun.
re-download Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's gonna be our new grind.
Okay.
It's a little slower pace. I like it. It's technical.
Cool. So let me know when Rivals has Johnny Ohm.
Johnny Ohm. Right, yeah.
Let me know Johnny Ohm.
Johnny Ohm and The Wink
Yeah, the way.
and Solera.
Yeah. Who knows that? Well, was it a Marvel Nemesis?
Marvel Nemesis.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right.
I love Marvel Nemesis. Okay, we're getting so. Let's look at the poll.
I want to get to the poll,
Yeah,
but
we
first,
have
I want to.
Bro, we're an hour in.
We're gonna do a quick recap because the recap is gonna go ahead and tie into the poll. That way we can go ahead and get the recap over and done with. But yeah, as I stated at the start of this episode, Warhammer Titan Part 2 of our episode breakdown discussion, Season 4, Episode 6. Hell yeah. Warhammer is out there, has been revealed. And the Attack Titan is unleashed. And the Attack Titan is destroying Liberio.
Bro,
And,
bro is breaking laws.
Yeah.
Making every enemy he can right now.
And so to go along with our
Spitting
poll
the face of
question,
the anime community.
what we did last stream, what we did last week is we went ahead and we played both versions of the Eren's Attack Titan Roar. The dub and the sub. And we wanted to ask you guys, because we thought it'd be a fun question that was actually presented to us by our favorite Jaegerist, that is Jacob. Jacob wanted us to essentially, he wanted to know, like, what's your favorite? Is it sub roar or dub roar? So we'll go ahead and we'll find that out very, very shortly. But to go ahead and finish up the recap, yeah, some crazy, yeah, there's just some shit going on over in Marley. And Porco and Peak have been trapped. They're pretty much, they're like underground, not underground, but they're fell in this
stuck in a
freaking
hole.
hole.
Yeah, they're in a hole.
Yeah, so that's kind of what they're up to. Theo Magath is he's a jokester. He's like, I want you guys to remember, I'm the first one to go ahead and pierce the Attack Titan with my bullet.
Yeah, right.
You know, I want you guys to remember it.
Spoken like a true commander.
Yeah, exactly. And that was pretty much to go ahead and I guess get his soldiers to go ahead and to fight, to go ahead and battle,
Yeah.
to put up a fight against the Attack Titan. So we're gonna see what happens with all that. But yeah, Eren is alive and well. He is fierce. He is strong, and he is battling the Warhammer. But the Warhammer does have Eren stuck on a pike right now,
Yeah.
and that's what we're kind of left him with.
Eren took pole dancing too far.
Exactly.
Got
So,
stabbed.
He fell on the pole.
He fell onto the pole.
So Lexi's gonna go ahead and let us know. And if Lexi wants to go ahead and read the question that we went and we asked you guys, yeah, we'll go from there. And Lexi, take it away.
We asked you, which Eren roar do you prefer? Talking about the Attack Titan roar, of course. Mm-hmm. And the options, as AJ had beautifully mentioned earlier, are English dub or Japanese sub. And the results in no particular order.
Before we get to the results, let's do what we did last time. Last week, we kind of described the roar,
Okay.
right? So,
yeah, and I posted like with the roars and everything.
so
too.
awesome. So you actually posted the roar?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's
It's
cool.
a dub and a sub.
Yeah.
version.
Okay, cool. So
Given it's from a different episode, but it's
But still it works.
they're the roars. Yeah.
Yeah.
But dub is very more primal. Dub is very more like
Dub is more animalistic.
yeah, animal.
sure.
And then you have sub is like, how would you describe it? Like Zach
Sub is more like an evil man screaming.
Yeah, it's more just like human throaty
Yeah.
than it is like feral or
Like it's
beast-like.
more human, but almost animal.
Okay.
Yeah. Like as feral as a human can get.
Okay. Cool.
Think Split. Beast from Split.
Okay.
But
Can you play the roars?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do
I will
that.
say the roars that I picked does do the sub a lot of justice. They're both really, really good in this clip.
Yeah.
So without further ado, this is dub. This is sub.
It's more gutty. That's more gutty.
You're right.
I will say in these clips in particular, I like the sub more. But
Is it-
normally I like dub more.
Is it the same clip for both roars?
Same exact
okay.
clip.
Okay.
Same exact
So
clip for both roars.
There's no like biasy there or anything and stuff.
And the only reason is because it ends. It's when the episode ends in the to be continued. And I love how the sub. There's something to be said about the way that it ends in like a
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. Very
Do
throaty.
that again.
Here we go. One more.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff right there. That's some
Good
good
stuff.
stuff.
All right. Very cool.
So, going off of I'll just say that it's close.
Okay.
Within 10% close.
It is a exact
Exactly 10%.
10% difference.
60-40.
Damn.
60-40?
46-54.
46-64. Okay.
54.
Excuse me. Yeah, 54.
Yeah. 46-54. Well, not exactly 10%, sorry. But yeah, 46-54.
Damn.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're like, that's not...
I wasn't going to say anything.
I'm like, yeah,
I just
4
made a
plus 6,
face.
guys.
46.
You know what? Maths.
Right.
Girl math.
Girl math,
So,
yeah,
I mean,
4
that
plus
is
6.
technically that is what that's closer than the 10, right?
That's 12.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 12.
Okay. Oh yeah, right.
There's a reason why we have a podcast, guys.
Yeah.
We're not mathematicians.
That's why Josh is here. Josh, can you compute that for us real quick?
No.
Interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm usually in the minority when it comes to watching anime in a certain style. I watch it dubbed,
There's no shame in that.
which means that
Which is fine. I don't know why it
think
gets so much flack.
that this is also the minority as far as the results. However, Jacob is chanting dub, dub, dub. So I think we know where Jacob's vote lies.
At least we're a couple of his.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, so then that means Jacob and his many accounts probably. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna guess sub is the majority. Zach, what say you? And how would you vote? Because I would vote dub.
Sub.
Sub.
Okay, he's
Sub,
guessing
sub.
sub and voted sub. I voted dub because just like AJ, that's how I watch a lot of my anime. Not all of them, but that's how I watch a lot of them. Just because one, I like to do things while I watch anime, and also it helps me understand better like the emotion behind specific words. But anyways, also before I reveal the full results, we had 57 votes in total.
Really?
57.
Yeah. Love that.
Which is awesome. Almost 60 votes. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank
Keep
you.
doing it.
Yeah,
Keep
that's
doing
awesome.
it.
But then
yeah.
our last poll, we were like, whoa, there's a lot of
Yeah, we love the engagement.
engagement, which thank you all so much. We'll give you a full on speech after we
Yeah, and we'll go through
You
each.
guys know how much we love
we'll
you
go through
guys.
each and every
Each
one.
vote. We'll
and
go
I'll
ahead
list
and we'll
off
tally.
every
We'll see.
single username.
We'll shout out each person that voted.
Yeah.
Imagine.
But only the ones who voted for what we voted. So, but without further ado, I finally reveal that the top vote getter is Japanese sub.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That I feel like there's more appreciation for that. Obviously, a lot closer than
But it's close. Very
than
close.
I would anticipate. I
So
do
the
have an
54%
appreciation.
is sub.
I
and
do
the
have an
40%
appreciation for sub because of the video game.
Oh yeah.
Video
Oh,
game, yeah, it's all Japanese sub, and to my understanding, it is the actual voice actors, and there is an appreciation there. It's something that I, when playing the game and hearing how the characters sound and how they talk, and having, I know it has to be the actual voice actors because that is the Eren roar that is in the game, and yeah, it's you know what, I like it. For me, like as Lexi explained, I'm in the same boat. Like that's just what I resonate with. That's how I vision. Like I envision Eren's roar as like primal.
Yeah, that's reach.
So, but there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with liking it the other way as well and stuff. It's just the beauty of the different styles and how you watch your anime. I mean, that's just really what it is.
It's however you like
I
your
do
cup of tea.
I see the appeal for both. I mean, personally, I identify more with the dub just because that's how I watched Attack on Titan. But the Japanese sub roar, especially in this instance, there's a lot to say
Yeah,
about.
I agree with you.
It's that
About-
bellow.
Japanese sub in that roar
In this
is
clip?
better than the dub.
Yeah, I agree. In this clip specifically, and it's the
Yeah.
same exact clip, same exact time, same exact, all even. But
It's that bellow. It's that gut to it.
and I will also, there is something to be said about it being, it's almost a little scarier because it sounds more human, because that really is just like an evil dude in there. But again, when it sounds animalistic and sounds like Attack on Titan has mentioned this before, but a cornered animal
Yeah.
screech, that's also
Yeah.
fucking terrifying.
There's nothing scarier than a cornered animal.
Exactly.
For its life.
Where it's just willing to pull off all.
Words from-
It will do whatever
Sasha.
it needs to do to survive.
Yeah,
And
that's scary.
I think the where we see Eren in where we're currently talking about him over in season 4. I mean, you can describe him as this very angry man that's roaring, but I like to think of it as again this kind of like wild animal on the loose out over in this foreign land.
It's like this cage
More
beast
feral.
that just
Is-
got let out.
Yeah, and for me, it resonates a little bit
Wreaking
more.
havoc. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. He goes, whoa, evil. That's pushing it.
Well,
right.
I mean,
And then Jacob says, I'm not getting a
depends.
shout out because of my Jaegerist views.
We have an agenda we push
the
here.
oppression.
yeah, there's an agenda.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. We're equal because we have Jacob here.
And we also,
you even us out, bro.
me and
Yeah.
Lex voted with you in the dub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the betrayer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, true.
But I am very, very surprised that it was as close as it was.
Yeah.
So I think that's back-to-back poll questions and the results. I should say the results that I'm kind of surprised by how close they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't a complete landslide, which is so cool, especially because we're getting more engagement now.
Yeah.
And very delighted.
Very split fan base.
Yeah. I'm
really
very
cool.
delighted.
If you want to be a part of that, go ahead and vote in the poll as well on Instagram.
I know. Check us out at Attack the Talk podcast on Instagram, and we post it all in our story. That's where we engage with you guys, and check it out. Thank you.
Yep.
To all of you that voted.
Thank you, guys.
Jesus. To all 57 of you. Thank you.
Wow, we could fill a decent sized room with you guys.
I know. That's like the size of the classes that I teach. That's crazy.
Damn, they got like 50 kids in the
Yeah.
class now.
Attack the Talk.
Well, I have two
Classroom?
classes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
each class has around 25 to 30 kids, and then I get 2 of those and sometimes a special day class as well, which are all
imagine?
the special ed kids.
Live stream in the classroom as all of our voters that go out there and they attend for
I know.
this one.
We make them stand
Raise
up
your
at the
hand for
whiteboard.
Dub.
Go stand on that side of the classroom.
Yeah.
Go stand on that side. Okay, now fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Whoever wins is right.
Ready.
But thank you
Awesome.
to all who
Sit
voted.
in the front.
Check out more.
Yeah. Teacher. No, seriously, thank you guys for the votes. Can you hit that applause, Lex, for me, please? You guys are awesome. It really does mean the world to us that you guys, again, just take the time to go ahead and just help us out with being able to go ahead and talk about the results and stuff. The more engagement we get, just the more fun it is and just the better it is. And, we appreciate you guys. And that's why we even go ahead and we kind of just we recommend to anybody that's available to go ahead and join us live whenever we stream, because we appreciate the engagement. We appreciate being able to go ahead and really talk to you guys, have that kind of personal,
We like it when it's intimate with you guys.
Yeah, that's how
I
it is.
like getting the scope of all Attack on Titan views when we ask a question.
Yeah.
I know. I like the variety
Yes,
because
the
we
variety.
get to bounce off of all of you and we meet in the middle and figure out the best possible.
Right. Then we get to play
theory,
devil's
solution.
advocate and give the most PC response.
Except for to Jacobs,
Yeah, except for you, Jacob.
you Jaegerist.
Right.
Zebra Cake says, not much time to try the Shamrock Shake. Anybody tried the Shamrock Shake?
Yeah,
I
isn't St. Patrick's
refuse
Day on
to.
Monday?
Refuse to?
I am scared. There's a green grimace now, and I don't like it.
Ah, the
Oh,
green
Grimace is green.
No,
Wow.
there's a second grimace. He is green. There's still purple grimace, but now,
But now there's a green one?
green grimace. For
What happened?
Shamrocks.
Why is there another Grimace?
I don't know. I don't know McDonald's lore like that.
What happened?
Fun fact: I used to have a McDonald's VHS that was like live action McDonald's, but it was like, and then there was a Chuck E. Cheese one too. They were like the Chuck E. Cheese.
Where
one
did
was
you
like,
acquire these?
I think it was from Blockbuster.
Work, Blockbuster.
I miss Blockbuster. But
What is? I'm almost 27, so not much time for anything anymore, I guess.
okay.
Is that how we're feeling today? We're feeling very
Midlife crisis.
yeah.
Awesome.
I'll be 24, dude.
I'm hitting my mid-20s.
I know I'm gonna be hitting my mid-20s this year.
I'm like, oh, how it feels to be in your 20s again.
Right.
What do you mean? You're like, what, 22?
Yeah. You just give me a Titan's lifespan and add.
I know.
I need you for more than 13 years.
There you go.
You can double down on the Titan. We'll get 26 more in you.
Alrighty.
Get 26 more than you.
Beautiful. All right. What do you guys think? Should we go ahead and jump into the story?
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Smashing.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into the story. Please stick around with us as we go ahead and we do our little breakdown, overview, and just description. And after we go ahead and we cover the episode, again, we do our best to go ahead and bring the characters to life. We bring the episode really to your imagination to the point where, hopefully do a good enough job that you really do remember the specific scenes. And even if you don't remember the specific scenes, it's cool to go into it with a whole different kind of idea of like hearing these characters, and then you go ahead and you kind of hear our interpretation of it, and you get to go ahead and create the characters in your mind. That's always fun, and that's something that Mom will do sometimes, where she like won't know what the characters look like.
Like
and
I
stuff,
haven't watched it, but
yeah. But then even
I know
like,
what they maybe sound like.
Yeah, like Zebra Cakes also, recently saw what the characters look like, over in season 4 when she went to go ahead and watch the final attack with us. So it's cool.
Right.
And so again, we hope that we go ahead and we bring the story to life and we do it justice. And we are not professional voice actors, but we do what we can.
No, guys, it's us. It's us.
It's us.
I'm Goth Mikasa.
You're right.
And that's Armin, but if
he's also
look
Eren.
like Armin,
No,
but also Eren.
And that specific scene, I feel like it does fit more of our characteristics,
Personality,
yeah.
stuff, and
In that alternate universe, at the end of that movie, we are definitely those three walking out the movie theater, where Zach is like, well, dude, online I saw that everyone's going crazy about this part, and da-da-da-da, and then I'm like, well, you can't nitpick everything, dude.
Everyone's saying that Eren was a fascist. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then we're like, well, AJ, what do you think? What about you? What about you, host?
It's like, oh man, I don't know. I just feel grateful just to be a part of this and just spend time with you both.
Shut up, dude.
Fucking cop out. You look at the Reddit thread.
Choose one. It's all over Reddit.
I'm just enjoying the moment, and then you guys are just
I just hope those three people are friends in real life.
I just hope that one day we can be like them.
I know. I just hope that they're really friends.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Good
All
stuff.
right.
That's us.
Fucking middle grounder.
I know.
Fence sitter.
So we do what we can, right? But like Lexi said, it's us. But, we'll go ahead and we'll try to bring these other characters to life.
Yeah.
So without further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into this episode again. This is season 4, episode 6, The Warhammer Titan, part 2 of our episode breakdown and discussion. Alrighty, let's do this.
That's how you start.
You guys ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go. We continue the episode as mayhem continues throughout Liberia. But during that mayhem, stuck in a hole are Peak and Galliard. They can hear all the commotion but have no idea what's happening. Porco reacts to the destruction and screaming. Okay, what's going on here? Peak responds as she may recognize the destruction.
Based on all the tremors, I think Titans must be fighting on the surface.
Porco, surprised, asks, wait, are you serious? Peak tries to help Porco understand.
You have to admit that it would explain why that soldier trapped us down here. We need to join the fight, quickly.
Porco asks, but how? Then suddenly, they both can hear something at the surface. They hear the Panzer unit as the group leader reacts to them both in a hole.
What the hell?
Peak tells the group.
You're late!
The Panzer unit responds.
Sorry, Peak. Are you two okay?
Peak instructs.
Yeah, throw us a rope!
The Panzer unit responds to orders.
On it.
Meanwhile, Porco is not quite fully understanding it. The Panzer unit? How'd they know we'd be here? Peak explains.
I thought Beardy looked suspicious, so I told them to follow us.
Porco asks, back then? We flash back to that moment when Peak relayed the message to the Panzer unit. Peak warns,
There's something up with this soldier. Shadow us for a while.
the Panzer unit helps Peak and Galliard as they are now back on the surface. The Panzer unit catches them to speed.
A Titan attacked and killed Lord Tiber during his speech.
Galliard appears to be very surprised.
The Warhammer Titan's keeping it occupied for the time being.
Peak asks the unit.
How far is the cart's armor?
The unit answers.
It's back in HQ. We can equip it in 15 minutes.
Peak orders.
Do it in 10.
The Panzer unit acknowledges their orders.
Roger that.
Porco tells Peak, I'm going on ahead. But Peak stops Porco.
Hold on, Porco. Don't rush in until you know what you're...
Porco and Peak stop as something or someone zips by on the rooftops using a very familiar type of gear.
What the...
Peak just stares as she realizes.
There's no way. How'd they get here?
And then, just like that, we're given a POV look of someone using that parody-style ODM gear as we zip and travel through Liberia using our cables. The Warhammer stares at Eren, still stuck on a pike. The Warhammer Titan begins to create and form a weapon in hand as a large, spiky hammer suddenly forms. The Warhammer swings a directed attack towards Eren's attack titan as it screams a war cry. But Eren quickly reacts as he hardens his fists, striking the pike at the tip, freeing himself, avoiding the blunt force impact from the attack. Eren's titan lands onto the ground as the tip of the pike is still lodged into its abdomen. The Warhammer Titan then creates spikes on the floor, surrounding Eren and piercing his feet. The Marley military unleash a wave of cannon fire towards Eren's attack titan as Eren reacts, trying to shield himself by placing his hardened fists in the air to block. But the anti-Titan cannon fire appears to be too much, striking Eren as Eren now knows to cover his nape. The military appears to be proud of their attack, noticing the damage done to the attack titan. Kozlo tells his comrades,
This is our only chance. We can finish off Eren Yeager here and now. If we strip them of the founding titan, they're finished.
but a stone-cold Commander Magath interrupts.
Not so. If we kill the founder, it'll only postpone the problem. What we need to do is have the Warhammer Titan eat it. Our mission is to make sure that happens.
Kozlo appears to be hesitant.
Right. But sir, it doesn't actually look like the Warhammer's trying to eat it.
The Warhammer Titan launches another strike against Eren, striking down with its spiky mallet. Eren tries to block, placing his hardened fists in the air. But the Warhammer's attack is too much, exploding the Attack Titan's fists and head. The Attack Titan drops his arms, standing defeated for the military to see. Kozlo reacts.
Look at that! The Warhammer's a monster! It'll beat the Attack Titan! The Warhammer wins!
The Warhammer stares at the debilitated Titan as steam rushes from the Attack Titan's nape. Commander Magath tells his military.
That's him. Eren Yeager.
We now see an exposed and vulnerable Eren Yeager connected to his Attack Titan. The Warhammer stares at Eren, almost preparing to declare judgment as it slowly prepares for another devastating strike. Kozlo reacts.
It's gonna finish him off!
Eren stares at the Warhammer Titan as the Warhammer speaks.
Usurper Eren Yeager, before you die, you may utter your final words.
Commander Magath and his military stare in anticipation. Eren stares at the Warhammer with a very bold look of confidence. Eren then utters his words. It's time. Mikasa. Mikasa now has entered onto the scene. She launches herself to the high ground, using her ODM gear, and then launches a multi-thunder strike attack directed at the Warhammer Titan. About 8 thunder spears pierce the Warhammer's nape as Mikasa flies past the Titan, releasing the spears to explode. The thunder spears explode, causing a massive blow to the Warhammer as Mikasa stares at her masterpiece. Commander Magath stares in disbelief as the scouts all appear from behind, surrounding Commander Magath's military unit. The scouts launch a wave of thunder spears towards the Marley military, destroying their anti-Titan cannons. Now, led by Jean, a group of scouts begin to rain down fire from above, using their guns to take out any and all Marley soldiers. The Warhammer collapses to the floor from the thunder barrage attack from Mikasa, and Mikasa rushes to aid Eren as she lands beside an exposed Eren Yeager. Eren tells Mikasa, "Glad to see that you all made it." Mikasa, with a look of sadness and worry in her eyes, tells Eren,
Please, Eren, come home.
To be continued. We're going to leave it there.
Sorry, y'all.
Sorry, buddy. No flock today.
No flock today.
I know, not today, not today. I know, he's literally like in the next scene.
I know. But
sorry, man. But there is a lot to go through just in this alone.
yeah. So we can go ahead and talk about everything that happens here. And again, this is probably the best look we're going to go ahead and get of the Warhammer Titan in its combat form.
It's the only one we're gonna get.
Spoiler alert.
But yeah, Jacob, sorry, we're going to go ahead and leave you with that. But Flock will be over next week's episode, and we're going to go ahead and really talk about everything else that happens. We understand that the scouts are here, and it's a really cool moment. And I was going to go ahead and put it in there and just have you do it, Zach. I don't know if you want to do it, but literally Commander Magath's reaction.
He can wait. I want to save that one. I think that'll be a fun one for next week.
Okay.
I want to run a couple runs with it.
Okay.
Make sure I hit that one right.
But
I love his reaction though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I remember when you and I, Lex, were watching this episode when it was presented live for all the viewers, for anybody that was watching it when the episodes got released. This was an episode where we're like, the moment Eren says those words.
Oh my God. Yeah. The moment that Peak and Porco, you could hear the zip. You just know the sound of their ODM gear.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
Your hair
shit,
starts to
they're
tingle and
here.
everything.
Yeah.
And you can hear I tried to emulate it as best as I could, but in the episode, you can hear how Peak is genuinely, like, she never loses her cool like that, really. And you can hear how she genuinely does.
Just shit herself.
Yeah, when she's like, there's no way. Like, they're
Yeah, of course. I mean, let's not forget that Peak was there over on the island. Porco was not.
She saw She saw Levi take on the beast and live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She saved Zeke
the
from
thing
Levi.
is, she was there over on the
Yeah, if
battle
she
of
wasn't there,
Shiganshina.
Zeke would have been.
Dunzo.
Yeah. So she was there at the battle for Shiganshina. She knows what the scouts can do, right?
Yeah.
She is fully aware of what that sound is, that zipping sound, that cable, literally using this cable to go ahead and kind of just, travel through different,
bro.
yeah. So, this is a sound where
They have high ground.
this is a sound that you do not want to hear over in Marley or any other, just.
You don't want to hear it on a battlefield.
Yeah.
Unless
No.
it's on your side,
Yeah,
you
unless
don't want to
it's
hear it.
coming from you.
Yeah.
No.
But Jacob actually asks us an interesting question of what would happen to Eren if the scouts did not show up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, he's
'cause
dead.
As much as, everyone likes to shit on the Warhammer Titan, me being included, I totally have in the past. I take it back. The tactic was a little dumb, but also she probably doesn't really train war tactics all that often, being a Tiber. But she really did have Eren almost basically defeated, given I'm sure Eren was like, whatever, I'm fine, they're here. Like, I'll be fine, whatever. I'll give Mikasa her grand entrance. I foresaw it.
Now, do we think
Warhammer
Eren
didn't
let
do
himself
bad.
get into that position, or do
No,
we
here's
think...
what I think happened is that I think the Eren in combat against the Warhammer would be, it'd be, I don't want to say an even battle. I think that Eren does get the advantage, but let's not forget, the anti-Titan cannons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
That is what really made Eren vulnerable to the point where he had to go ahead and kind of block and cover and try to use his fists as like shields, you know. But the cannon fire was obviously we saw what it does to the armor Titan, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And so we know that this is going to be an attack that's going to be very, very devastating for obvious reasons. It's literally called like a Titan cannon, you know. So you know that use this against the Titans. And so at that point, all Eren could do was just cover his nape.
Yeah.
You know? So
I'm just gonna survive.
If you strip away the cannon fire and you strip away the military being there and if it's just a 1v1 versus the Warhammer, I think that Eren is able to go ahead and put up a fight. Eren's able to go ahead and be more. Eren has more experience, I think, when it comes to combat.
I have one
I
question
agree.
for your scenario. Is this Eren's first time seeing the Warhammer?
Yeah, let's say it'd be like this moment in Marley, right? And instead of military being there, let's say this is by chance, military is wiped out, pedestrians, whatever, and
ready.
stuff.
There's no weaponry available.
They weren't anticipating.
there
They're
wasn't
just on foot. Most they have is a couple of rifles.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think if it's the first time, like let's
Jacob
just say
says
there's no
Eren's
cannon.
rocking her shit. Okay.
Yeah, well, he also did mid-transformation, knock her shit
He
out.
did.
Yeah.
She looked like a pulp for a second.
I think it's arguably if there's no backup and even the Marleans just have rifles, 60% Warhammer is what I think.
Okay.
Just from that sheer lack of knowledge of, there's an extension cord to this shit. She's not in the nape.
Yeah.
Because that's
She just
surprise-
made a whole spike come out from the ground.
Yeah,
right now.
that surprise factor alone is enough to catch Eren off guard once. And I would assume if she's Willie's brother and she's a tiger, she probably is smart enough to be like, let me save an ace up my sleeve.
Yeah.
So-
And not use all of her. Well, I don't know exactly how the Warhammer Titan works. If it's like I'm going to compare it to Berthold's like steam rush. Like, do you start to run out of energy in terms of creating things?
That's a good question.
I think
Solid.
they kind of explain in a later episode. And I could be wrong, and I'm pretty sure we'll get to it. But I think it's the stronger that the material is, or no, the farther it is from the core, the weaker it is.
Ah, that makes sense.
So if you keep
If
the
that
core in the
is-
body, that's like the strongest version of the Warhammer, but it's also the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. It's more of like the distance from the core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing too that we should talk about, and this is kind of getting into that spoiler territory here, but like let's say in this hypothetical, Eren does find out where the core is and is able to go ahead and get hands over on the actual user. How does Eren even get to the user when the user's crystallized over in that kind of like protect that essentially that shield?
If he was
right. Eren doesn't have a
if he
Titan to
didn't
go
have
ahead
a
and
nutcracker.
use. Exactly.
Well, we have to think if he's there, he's probably still going to have a nutcracker. Like eventually.
So how would he go about it then? Let's say it's just 1v1. Other factors involved in the story are not happening.
Well, would we still assume that you're just saying solo 1v1, no Galliard coming in at all? Even
Yeah. So
Okay. I mean, he just takes her back home.
Yeah, I think he would just have to be
He
like,
just takes her,
anyways,
kidnaps
mine.
her. She's got to come out at some point.
Yeah.
She's gonna run out of
But
juice.
so that's the thing is that like so if you do take her and take her home, aren't you also now jeopardizing and risking your own land? Because
well, maybe not even.
she's
home.
still able to go ahead and use her environment essentially to manifest.
Well, if the fight ends the second he captures her, if he takes her home, they have a fucking nuke. Leave her in the field in between the beach and the walls.
Yeah.
And have Armin sit there and be like, you can either come out or I can blow you out. Pick
Yeah.
your poison. So, I don't know. I think Eren's objective would have to be capture, not kill. If he doesn't have access to like a Jaw Titan or something to destroy the material.
yeah.
Because we don't see anything that can destroy that material besides the jaw.
Yeah, because it's
jaw.
the same like crystallized. I mean, it's that hardening.
It's like
It would
Annie's
have to
crystal.
have it eventually melted away, like when it does for like when what it
So
does.
that'd
for
be-
Annie
so-
down the line.
Interesting.
It would have to be so after Eren gets the.
He'd have to literally ask permission from Ymir.
Yeah, you're like, can you
Hey,
please melt her away?
I need her for this plan. Can you just like
yeah.
open
Yeah.
her up so I can? Jump
I mean,
Yeah.
shit, he's basically manipulating Ymir up there in the pads anyways. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure she'd be like, okay.
She'd be like, okay, anything you need.
And so Jacob's now asking too, like in this hypothetical where let's say Eren loses, right? Does Eren somehow go ahead and change the reality, go back somehow, and however he's able to do it?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm sure he's done it in the past.
Yeah, I'm sure he's already done it with this situation to be like, okay, well, I know they're going to be there. I sent them the letter. I know they're going to show up.
We already know that there are
What's gonna
multiple timelines.
Yeah, and it makes sense too because that's why, as we described here in this specific story here, that Eren shows is kind of like very strange, bold confidence that he has. You know, like I feel like in that moment, like you would think
He's like
that
whispering commands to Mikasa after not
He's
talking to
seen-
her for
he's
so
seen this
long.
happen.
like he knows what's going to happen. He knows that they're going to go ahead and arrive, and that they're going to go and essentially help him out. So shout out to Falco for
I know.
Straight up. Shout out Falco.
Shout out
bro.
Falco
Shout
for
out
real.
to Falco, man.
Shout
Without
out
Falco, we wouldn't get this amazing scene.
For real.
Okay, before we continue on with the scene, I want to talk about Peak and Porco. So obviously we talked about the moment where Peak left the Panzer unit with that moment of that group looking
Yeah.
like shocked, looking low-key scared, looking, you know, like,
Concerned for
yeah,
their
they're like, holy
Yeah.
shit, what's happening?
and so Peak is, thank goodness for Peak.
She's super,
yeah.
she's a soldier. She's really perceptive.
Porco would be stuck in that hole if he was in there with
is
anybody
another-
else.
Porco would be like, let me just transform and see if I can force myself out.
Yeah, I know, seriously.
School wish.
I miss when the jaw
Jet
was
propulsion
Ymir.
from his transformation.
I know. It's funny because even in the moment too, when like Peak is essentially onto something, it takes a while for Porco to go ahead and kind of figure it out. He's like on the right
she has
track.
to kind of lead him to the result.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. Interesting. Jacob has quite a lot of words there.
As of
what is that?
recent, I've been really fixated on depressed Birdie.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to fight. He wanted to go back to Marley. You know, that reveal Rhina was hyped. Birdie had tears running down his face. Never got to see his dad again. Armin unfortunately took everything from Birdie, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, honestly.
Justice
it
for
does.
Berto.
You know what else too?
Is why
Justice
we
for the
get that
noob.
whole scene at the end with the pads where, you know, Armin knows he's like, I'm sorry, dude, but you got to help us.
In a strange way too, like Bertolt was kind of coming into his own a little bit. You know, he was finding
Yeah.
himself.
Oh, yeah.
He was kind of growing into this stronger character instead of being kind of like
he
this
was his
supporting
strongest
character.
right before he died.
And he was the one who was kind of pushing Rhina towards the end.
Yeah.
yes,
know?
it
He
kind
was
of
the one who
flip-flopped.
ended up having a deeper resolve than Rhina did.
Yeah. And but we also understand that like Bertold in that moment was willing to go ahead and risk everything. You know, and granted, we understand that he was willing to, but when he knew that he was going to go ahead and die, we saw the fear. We saw that he was begging to go ahead and to be saved, to be spared. And that's where it's almost like that warrior mentality, just kind of like that illusion fades away. Just like even with Rhina, when Rhina goes on to try to
And they're just people.
he tries to go ahead and be this leader. He tries to be that Marcel. But then we see so many times where almost like with a snap of a finger, he is back to that kind of Rhino where he's like, oh shit, like what have I done? Or like what's going on or whatever and stuff, you know, the point where like kind of like that bipolar type split personality thing. It's hard to go ahead and try to like fully embrace and fully be that warrior that you are essentially brainwashed and trained to be.
Yeah.
But when the like actual moment, whatever that moment is, presents itself, that defining moment or that defeating moment is when you really kind of you show your true colors, so to speak. And it does suck for Bertold because Bertold is a character where we talked about upon his like last, you know, or I should say when he ended up, you know, dying, we were like, the character development was there.
Yeah.
You know, we were giving
Tension was really there.
we were giving Bertold his flowers, but then it sucked to go ahead and see him go out that way. And we're like, damn, like we threw out the idea of like, what would have happened if Bertold would have survived and Rhino would have died, you know, and stuff like would Bertold
Right.
have, you know, been that stronger, you know, warrior
Yeah, but
going
would
back
he
to
have come out
Marley
the other end stronger.
than Rhino was when he came back, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, then it would have been like a flip-flop situation.
yeah, but it is difficult to go ahead and know that the very few times that we do see Bertold again, Bertold looks so depressed.
Yeah, Armin did kind of take his everything, including his girl.
I'm like, that's my guy right there.
I know.
I feel like
that's my guy.
And I gotta say, I mean, Annie wasn't responsive when it was Bertold.
Yeah,
but
she was down
Armin.
for Armin.
Yeah.
I feel like if Birdie made it back, like he would be the opposite of Rhino. He would just be so rage-filled and spite-filled.
Yeah.
And I feel like he would. I feel like that's why Eren was like, we need him now. Like you guys can't let him go.
Yeah, he cannot live. He will be too strong.
They will drop him from a fucking plane.
I was gonna say, a spiteful, revenge-filled colossal titan does not sound like something you want to go ahead and spiteful and see.
A bloodthirsty, revenge-hungry.
Yeah.
Because so far the other colossal titans that we've seen, I mean, obviously previous to when Bertold started really to come into his own as a warrior, it's just been that Rhina, the take orders Rhina, and then the Armin that's like limiting conflict as much as possible.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've talked about it multiple times. The reason his Titan doesn't have ears. There's a reason why we don't get.
He's not trying to hear all that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear all that. It's fine.
I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting question, Jacob, for sure. And we appreciate the questions, man. You've been giving us some good questions and stuff.
Because it is true.
We love that.
I'm excited to dive into it when we eventually get down to those episodes.
Yeah, but it is an interesting idea to think about in another reality of Bertold surviving and Rhina not surviving, which means that whether it be Irvin or like, it would be interesting to think that maybe in that reality, that alternate reality, maybe Armin doesn't survive and we get an armored Irvin.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Like, that'd be pretty fucking awesome.
I actually saw a fan edit of that, like a fan made animation of that earlier this week of someone being like, this is what would happen with the Declaration of War if Irvin was the Colossal Titan. It was pretty much like...
Was it Colossal Irvin or was it Armored?
Colossal.
Oh, okay. Because I'm thinking like,
it was Colossal.
I'm changing everything. Pretty
So
much
that
making
it's-
opposites to where it's like, let's
Just
say,
shift everything.
yeah, if
Take all the
Bertold
switches and flip them that way.
flip him over.
Bertold survives, means Armin dies. That means Irvin survives, but Rhina dies. So that means
so he gets the armored
Irvin.
Yeah.
Right. And then is armored Irvin ready to go up against a bloodthirsty, revenge-hungry colossal titan?
I don't think anyone is.
I don't think anybody is. But that potentially could be if we word it.
Yes,
He would
Right.
get his arm back. Yes, he would.
But I think that would be an interesting, if we can word it correctly, interesting poll question to go ahead and say,
Write that down.
would you rather? Okay, it's about the wording, but like
But the context is
which it's almost like which
Are we doing a
which reality
Q&A or a poll?
So it'd probably be like a poll question. You can just go ahead and be like, which reality do you prefer? And then just be like, like Bertold survives.
Armored Irwin.
Like if Bertold
Original.
so it means like,
if Bertold survived.
So if Bertold survived and we get armored Irvin, or keep it the same, Rhina survives and we got Colossal Armin.
We should put another one with other and then have if you guys have anything else out of the group that's there in that scene that you would like to see, maybe like Levi comes back and Irwin tells Levi, you need to take this power.
Yeah.
You can leave it and send us a DM or something.
That's another thing that's so crazy too, is thinking about like the domino effect of like what that
Flock
does.
went crazy and just did it.
Well, that's the thing with Flock. Like obviously Flock would be in that group that wanted to keep Irvin alive. So does that mean that Flock becomes a more like prominent
Noble?
role according to Irvin? Irvin stays commander. We got Commander Armored Irvin, right?
Commander Armored Irwin.
What does that do for Levi, and what does that do for Eren and Mikasa? Like, do they
That means
now
Levi's
become
more stressed out because he's his protector,
But does Eren and Mikasa, do they decide to try to go rogue? Like, what is the domino effect there?
Oh,
Like,
That is
I
a
feel like
loaded
Eren
question.
would become such a shitty brat.
I feel like Eren would run away as quick as he could.
Exactly. He would go and run away, and then he would be so overwhelmed with all of the. Well, that's the thing. He would have to run away after the ceremony, right? Because if he does it before the ceremony, he doesn't get that rush of memories.
Nope.
From Queen Astoria.
I don't think he would run away without the memories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
because he wouldn't know.
he'd be smart enough to.
Yeah.
He
No.
Eren would keep him under lock and key.
He would not.
He would just kind of just be moody, and he would be there, and he would just go along with emotions, and kind of just like.
He'd look just like how he did when he was missing the
he'd
leg.
be like, and the next thing you know, that's the moment where he realizes he needs to get the fuck out of here.
I've got fucking plans I need to fulfill.
Yeah. Damn.
We could do this all day, man.
Spiraling. I love it, but just. We have another what if episode.
Yep.
Again, we talked about it. Imagine if anybody who was an actual illustrator would go ahead and come up with our, or use our ideas and
Someone go ahead and start animating this stuff for us.
like that alternate reality would be crazy. And then to see like how that would affect the overall landscape, like the world, if you had like a strong commander overseeing the island, right?
Right.
But the huge like domino effect of that is what Eren does, because Eren is the founder.
Yeah.
So it's like
He's got to make a decision at
Whatever
some point.
he makes so.
yeah, damn, it's crazy. But yeah, if we word it right, and there's got to be some sort of picture of like an armored Titan Irvin Smith. And we can use.
I find out.
Yeah.
I'll do a search right now.
Because then we can use that to kind of help with the, the creative juices to go ahead and flow a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to think that like, you just essentially change those two factors that come up
There's
with
a
your own
lot of
reality.
colossal, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Fan art.
Because I feel like we've kind of we've done that before, where we've done like, if
This
Levi.
Titan concept is missing an arm.
Oh no.
Oh God. Hey God.
Which doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Of course he would grow an arm back. Oh man.
There's a little. All I have is a face.
That's probably the closest thing we can do.
Yeah, it's the closest that we can get.
And
You just need
even
to
that
color
looks
blonde.
cool. Yeah,
I
Jacob,
can't tell if this is armored or colossal, but this is the one I was talking about that's missing an arm.
that looks like it's colossal. But also, why would he not have an arm?
I know. Why would he be missing an arm?
know.
Jacob wants a reality where Birdie and Marco live.
Dude, don't we all?
Someone
I mean,
drew.
if there wasn't war.
Someone drew a flock armored.
Why?
I know it's flock because of the hair.
Hell no.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hell no.
That's for it's for all
Like,
the flock stands out there.
Did
Yeah.
Jacob make that?
Yeah, Jacob drew that one.
By Giannis.
Oh shit. But that would be a fun. Yeah.
Antetokounmpo.
It'd be like, do you want to keep the story as it was, or do you want to switch it up a little bit?
Yeah. And then Isayama gets insulted. He's like, "You're not switching it up.
He's like, come on now.
This is the way I wrote it."
This colossal titan looks kind of nutty. Him holding a ship.
Damn. It's not even fair.
Okay. Yeah.
I know.
It's not even fair. Interesting. But nonetheless, I want to go ahead and say that again, like Porco would be totally screwed without Peak.
Oh,
Peak
yeah.
has survival instincts and stuff.
I know.
Porco
The way that
is
she
just
had to like spell it out for him.
Yeah.
That he was like, "So what's happening?"
Exactly.
He was like, "Well, I think Titans are fighting up there, like judging by the tremors." And he was
How
like,
do you
"Really?"
Yeah,
She's
he's
like, "Why
like,
do you think
"What?"
we're down here, idiot?"
Exactly.
It's like
Did you not think of why we're down here?
you're a titan. How would you not pick up on the same like cadence of titan steps and the same intensity?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like you know what? Did you not hear the giant?
I caused this kind of shaking. I wonder what's doing this.
You didn't hear the giant roar and all of the. You didn't hear
the
Eren?
lightning?
Yeah.
You didn't hear the lightning go shoo, shoo.
Porco's a little.
Yeah, he's you can tell that he is like
He's a
kind of
little
like he is the I'm trying to go and think about like
He's a manual thinker.
Mm-hmm.
These thoughts don't come to him automatically. He's got to think manually.
well we know the type of fighter that he is because literally when they go ahead and reach the surface and they understand what's going on now, like Porco's like I'm gonna go ahead, like I like he's just gonna try to run into the action, you know. But then
He's more of a
Peek's more of a
impulsive
strategist, you know. Like Peek goes on to even warn him, like she says, don't rush in until you know. She's gonna go ahead and say, like, till you know what you're up against. Yeah. But then she has to stop because that is the moment where ODM
now
here.
We know we're up against, bro. Calm down.
Yeah.
And you know he'll fully understand it in the next.
Oh yeah.
Time that
he's gonna know. He's gonna understand for sure.
We'll feel it.
What does Jacob have for us?
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I hate when Oda with Ace and Isayama, with Marco and Birdie, when they kill characters with massive potential. It's so annoying. That's my biggest pet peeve.
But that's what gets you to go ahead and get so pissed off,
dude.
It's about that kind of emotional.
He had to die for another character's growth.
It makes you feel the pain.
Yeah.
It makes you feel the frustration, which is it's good writing.
Yeah, but like Lexi even said too,
you could go watch a good slice of life anime.
One character's death is another character's development.
Exactly.
You know, like that's just how it is. Like
Yin and yang.
Like think about what, like it just again thinking about only Attack on Titan. Like Marco's death pushed Jean and Connie to want to go into the Scouts.
Yeah.
Like, you know, without Marco's
and now look
death,
at them.
like exactly, like even in this scene here, like this, what we just talked about, like
He's got a soul patch
Jean
now.
is now leading a group of Scouts.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
Yeah.
Horseface Jean.
And who told him that he was a leader? And when he didn't believe it, Marco.
That's right. If Birdie didn't die, right, then, well, I mean, I was gonna say we wouldn't have gotten Armin, a colossal Armin, but Armin doesn't even want to be colossal Armin.
Armin's like, I'm good with that.
But
Hence the no ears.
we wouldn't have got.
But we would have had a bigger threat too.
We wouldn't.
And might have lost more people.
The thing is, what Armin brings to the rest of the story is obviously very, very important, and we can't say that Irvin would have resonated as much to the antagonist that becomes Eren.
Yeah.
They don't have that kind of relationship. They don't have that dynamic where, you know, Eren can go ahead and trust upon leaving little breadcrumbs to Armin to understand that, like, talking's obviously not going to want to go and help. Not that Irvin would even want to talk to begin with, but, you know, I think he would do it to a point, but he understands that, like, Armin's going to go ahead and figure it out at some point, you know? And again, like, there's a cause and effect. Yeah, it fucking sucks losing Marco, because Marco was a character that you see, you're like, oh man, like, I'm so excited to see what he does.
Was really sweet.
You know, for other characters, as he literally was just being this person that showed so much humility and so much like care for his allies, and that's almost like the exact person that you need for the military, you know, for the MPs.
You need like that empathetic, you need that ray of sunshine.
Like, can you imagine like having Marco and Marlo in the MPs? Like that does as just for leadership, and how that changes.
Let me get me started on Marlo.
what that does for that regiment,
because
right?
he had that Marlo had that motivation to make a change.
Man, he had drive.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, it's just like, again,
wrenches in Eren's plans.
I know.
I
know. They're all miscalculations. You know, they just had to be dealt with.
I can understand Bertolt. I can understand him kind of having his moment, and his moment was over in the battle for Shiganshina.
Of course, yeah.
You know, that's where he showed that, you know, he's no longer afraid, even if it was just a facade, even if it was just an illusion. But still, I mean, he did with the difficult things. He protected his ally in Rhina. Hell, he knew he had to go ahead and transform. And at that moment, he was even willing to risk Rhina.
Yeah.
You know, he's telling him, like, I need you to go ahead and fall back on your nape so that you can protect yourself. Like, if Eren didn't, or excuse me, if Rhina didn't comply, and we understand freaking,
dead.
Rhino, he would have been gone. He would have been freaking Raina's
Just
human body would have been
another
just-
pile of ash in
Yeah.
Bertolt's wake.
exactly.
Bertolt would just been like, well, that's his own damn fault. I told him.
You looked at the
I gave him the
ash
answer
stain and
key.
just be like,
I know.
I warned him.
Dude, I literally told
He
you.
was my friend,
I
Yeah.
gave you the answer key.
and he still just didn't do it.
Yeah, Jacob goes, I understand now. It's just really hard saying goodbye to characters I like. Yeah.
Of
It always
course,
is,
yeah. That doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it.
But that's like
It's
Zach
hard,
was
man.
saying. That's what's
supposed to
so
be easy.
beautiful about anime, about any storytelling,
It makes
about
you
any
feel.
show, anything. Even think about like HBO series like Game of Thrones. Like
It
there's
makes you
stuff like that
feel.
that you watch stuff, certain things
Video
happen.
games, dude.
It pisses you
Oh,
off.
yeah.
It makes you
Oh,
so
yeah.
sad. But guess what? You are invested. Like you are so like
Like The
emotionally
Walking Dead.
invested. Walking Dead. Like that's just what it is. Any good show, if they do it right, which is why I guess it's a good show, is going to go ahead and have its moment where it just rips your heart out,
Yeah.
but
And you're like, dude.
you're like invested.
Yeah.
You have to see what happens.
Yep.
Well, why do we
You know?
do
you need to
that?
ride it all the way to the end, man.
Or you'll be like me and stop watching after Glenn died.
There you go.
Fun fact, today's episode of Invincible, the season finale of season 3, is a rematch. Glenn versus Negan. Same
What the
voice
hell?
actors, yeah.
Really?
And you're saying, Bobby goes, did we just start?
No, Bobby. We
No, but
are
Bobby,
finishing.
We do have a question that we
yes.
have wanted to ask you for, I don't know how long now. It's been probably a month now. But you
Oh my
left
God.
us with something, a
Dude.
little bit of a conundrum, a situation.
We need a lore drop.
We need to understand what the hell happened in Valentine's Day, my friend. Did you go on a double date? Did you choose whose flower,
Who
whose
got
rose?
the bachelor's rose?
I know who got the
Yeah.
rose. What
Obviously,
happened?
no names.
I gotta
but
know.
Let's just say, did you have to choose someone, or did you just decide to go ahead and just?
I stayed in and watched it.
Yeah, exactly. Did you just stay?
I caught
Did you
up
do
on some
something
of the
else?
Attack the Talk podcast.
Yeah, we want to know,
We have
man.
to know.
We've been waiting. And Bobby, thank you so much for joining us, man. We hope you've been well. We hope you enjoyed the declaration of war. Yeah, we missed you for that episode, man. And we hope that we did that.
Hopefully you
episode,
catch it
justice.
later on YouTube or Spotify or whatever.
Yeah.
I hope you. Yeah, man. I think Bobby watched it. I hope he watched it. Yeah. So
We need the lore drop, bro.
Yeah.
We are not ending stream until we get answers.
I know, seriously.
He's like, anyways, guys, I gotta go.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
I gotta go out with both of my dates again.
I know.
They're
where it
actually
ends.
both watching the podcast with me right now.
I know. He's like, I got each one on my
Crazy.
arm. What are you talking about?
They said they fuck with the podcast.
Very crazy.
I'm expecting a. Oh. I just went out with the more
Proactive one.
proactive one. LOL.
There, we both exchanged flowers. Wow, both exchanged flowers.
He
goes,
said,
"I
each one on it.
Boy.
That's cool. That's cool. That sounds like you made a good decision. And I
Okay,
hope
good.
That,
I trust your decision then.
hope that things are still going good, and I hope that you've
Like
been well, man,
proactive.
like I said.
My bad. Proactive.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the
I'm in
clarity.
Quotation marks.
We're glad.
All right, cool. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
I know. All right, cool. Now we can
Imagine.
end. No.
No, I get what you mean though about like Walking Dead stuff. What you talking about with Glenn?
yeah.
One thing I mentioned. You weren't here yet, but something that me and Zebra Cakes watched, and we watched that movie, Mickey 17.
I haven't seen it.
Mr. Glenn himself.
He's in
Stephen
it?
Yuan is in it.
Yeah, Steve.
Such a good actor. Oh my gosh. Bobby goes, hope you've all been well too. Hate that I missed the declaration. Yeah, but hey, there's gonna be some
But
other
you're
crazy
here
fucking
now.
moments over in AOT. 100%.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nothing
Dave
but
goes,
crazy
it was
moment.
awesome, bro. Yeah, you know what? I want to give another shout out again to Zach. I mean, Zach really gave it all for the declaration of war. And
City, bro.
I know you said you missed the declaration, but hopefully you didn't miss the episode. And if you did, Bobby, you got to find a way to go ahead and check that out, man. Zach did an incredible job.
Yeah.
And
This was a nice week for me.
Yeah.
I like this
Yeah.
episode. I gotta take a little breaky break.
yeah, exactly. You got to go
Little
ahead and
bit.
just do a little Coslo, a little bit of
glad I
McDowell.
didn't have to do any.
man. A little bit of Cosmo. A little bit of Cosmo.
And then you
I'm
did,
glad I didn't have to do any Gabi this time.
Because you're going to get your fair share of Gabi coming
I
up.
hate voice singer.
Just wait until you get
Yeah.
bit by a horse, man.
Yeah.
But he goes, I caught it. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yo.
Aw, thank you. He says it's peak content.
You heard about Gideon commenting on our video?
I say Gideon. I think Gideon thought it was peak content as well. I'm kidding. No, Gideon was just like, duh.
Yeah, back at episode
I'll take that W.
153.
Yeah. But yeah.
I don't know, Jacob. I don't know. I wish I did know.
But yeah, Lex, Mickey 17, fun movie. Really fun.
Fun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
He said he was like on the edge of his. He was invested like
So
the
pretty
whole
much
3
it's-
hours almost.
What is it
almost-
streamed on?
It's not
in
streaming. It's in theaters. It's
It's a new
release.
one.
It's a new one. Robert Pattinson.
To the theater?
Yeah.
Theatre?
Yeah. Robert Pattinson. I was telling Zebra Kicks, I'm like, I think I'm a Robert Pattinson guy now.
Oh my God.
Ever since Batman?
That's the new movie Robert Pattinson's in?
Yeah.
I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Robert
Mickey
Pattinson is
17.
hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
gonna,
watching that.
You know what?
That's a great Batman right there.
You are going to fall in love with Robert Pattinson's character.
Is that the scene where he's like kind of like, he's kind of girly pop in it a little bit?
I don't want to give away too much.
I feel like
Okay,
there's
don't tell me. I gotta watch it.
I think I know what happens.
Let's just say that you know how there's a compilation of his many voices and stuff and all
Yes.
that? Let's just say that he shows his range.
Okay.
And it's so cool.
Every time I watch something with Robert Pattinson in it, I forget what Robert Pattinson
It's a different accent.
sounds like.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
I
like,
love
what
it.
does he actually sound
every
like?
Twilight is a different voice.
He's
Yeah.
baby girl.
He is-
Okay, that's all I gotta know. That's all I gotta know. I'm watching then.
Yeah.
I'm baby. Love me some good Robert Pattinson.
We both, me and Zebra Cakes, we both talked about it afterwards, and we both were like, damn, like, it's like almost 3 hours, but it really didn't feel like that. And like, we were talking
Good.
about it, we're like, damn, like it was, we really enjoyed it. And
Good.
The story for me, like thinking about it, and what I told Zach too, was like, it left me actually wanting to explore more. And,
Good.
So one of the other prominent actors in the movie is Mark Ruffalo. And what I will say, and what's actually kind of funny about it too, is that there is a lot of satire that is kind of relevant to what's happening in kind of the world today.
Oh, fun.
And so it's fun that they kind of go ahead and poke fun at that. But yeah, it's just a fun adventure. And the story is really creative. It is from the director the director of Parasite.
Ooh.
Parasite was a movie, also another movie that Zebra Kicks went ahead and wanted me to watch, and I watched. And
Didn't it
was
win
man.
like a bunch of Oscars?
Oh yeah, a
Yeah,
bunch of- yeah.
It's like movie of the year, I think.
Yeah.
But I am a Robert Pattinson guy. You know, I felt like a lot of people were just like, Robert Pattinson, he's the guy from Twilight, right? How long ago was that?
No, dude.
Way
That's
too
the
long
guy
ago.
from. I was
He's
on Twitter
Batman
the other
now.
day.
I loved him in freaking Lighthouse. Is when I was like,
Yeah.
damn, this guy's acting is like pretty damn good and stuff.
What
you
is
know?
the devil? All the time?
The one word illusion.
Illusions. Where he has that crazy
Yeah,
accent.
there's another one too where what is it called? Where
He voices
him.
some in Studio Ghibli.
yeah.
Studio
Yeah, he
Ghibli.
does do Ghibli voices.
Hold on. I'm thinking of a movie. Oh shit. He has bleached hair, I think.
He was in Harry Potter 4.
Right.
was,
He's
yeah.
he was. He's Cedric Diggory. Justice
You're
for
right.
my boy Cedric. Justice for Cedric. In an interview recently, actually, someone asked Robert Pattinson, "What's a character you would like to see like get justice or whatever, or like see more of, or that you feel like what's a character that you've played that's died that you feel like needs justice?" And he was like Cedric Diggory. He was
That's a good one.
like that boy could have done so much more. Da, 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 da.
The one I'm thinking of is it's called Good Time, and it's a 2017 movie. And again, acting he does such a good job.
Robert's just that guy.
He really is. I mean, he really does have his own method of. He's not really a method actor, but he has his own like
System of how
He's
to
got
get
his
the
own-
character.
Yeah.
He's what Jared Leto thinks he is.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. That's a pretty good comparison. Yeah.
But so this is just the. This is the poster I'll show you, Lex.
Of
Mickey 17.
oh yeah, I have seen that. I've seen that
Yeah.
on Twitter.
So it's
I actually saw people like talking about how amazing Robert Pattinson is and his like whole scope of like his
he is.
his I want to say track record. What's the word? His portfolio. Yeah, his resume is like
His
crazy.
roster of ranged characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's good. And like I said, Steven Yeun's in it. Steven Yeun, he's also
He's
another
also great.
really kind of interesting character. He does a good job of portraying his character, and yeah, it's fun. So it's a movie that I remember. I was like, oh damn, like you showed me Parasite. Guess what? This movie's coming out, and then
I know.
we're like,
Let's watch
wait,
this one.
Mickey 17 is out now. Let's go check it out. So yeah,
I'm gonna have to check it out for sure. Then sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm like, it sounds good. All I know is Robert Pattinson's in it. I'm like, yeah, let's watch it.
The trailer looked awesome.
That's enough for me.
Alrighty. So continuing on now.
I want to talk about when that even though it's funny because
Yeah.
the Warhammer is still going off of
Willie's words.
anime rules
Oh, okay.
in terms of, do you have any final? I'll let you utter your last word.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he literally socked you in the face mid transformation. Like,
Yeah.
Crush him with your fucking hammer.
I know. Why are you giving him
exactly? Why are you giving him the
that's-
opportunity?
Yeah, that's the Warhammer's fault for sure. Why are you giving him the opportunity
Fuck around.
to
Find out.
Yeah, for him to be like, Mikasa, clock in, girl.
Okay. What do you think about the sound of the Warhammer? Obviously, we're going off of dub. That's what
I did listen to the different dub and sub
you
of the
listened to
Warhammer
sub as well?
I did.
Okay. What'd you think?
The sub is more, again, it's more human.
Yeah.
And the dub is a little more animal. Personally, I like, for the Warhammer specifically, I like the dub better.
Okay. Because thinking about Titans that talk, there aren't very many.
No.
You know, so this is obviously a Titan that has that ability to go ahead and speak words, speak sentences,
Yeah.
and
She speaks.
yeah, I mean, again, the fact that she gave Eren that luxury of hey,
Yeah, letting him comprehend.
final
that
words,
He's losing.
and
Yeah.
damn, did Eren know?
I use the term losing loosely.
Did Eren know?
Exactly.
He
what
knew
to
exactly
say.
what to say.
Yeah.
So good.
I'll let you utter your final
Set the
words.
stage all quick, like.
Okay,
Okay,
I want to ask.
Mikasa.
I want to ask you guys, what do you think about the Warhammer's weapon of choice?
I love a good mallet.
Same.
Spiky mallet.
I
Same.
love a good mallet.
I've been seeing a lot of hammers just in general lately and in shows and anime, and I like big hammers.
Yeah.
Bobby says, I'm pretty sure it's randomized and also rare. It just depends on if Ymir wants you to or if you got proper lips.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. There are some Titans that don't have skin, don't have lips at
Yeah.
all.
Well, also
But that's a great point. It just depends on if Ymir wants you to.
yeah.
I'm an axe
Well,
weapon.
there you go. So thinking about the Tiber family, right? The Tiber family are kind of like that. The lore is that they helped, push the king and his followers to the other island, and hiding and stuff. In
So they
reality,
are
we
more
understand that's not-
strategists, so it would
that's-
make
that
sense.
wasn't the truth and stuff, and so yeah, it's interesting to go ahead and find out more about the Warhammer Titan. We got very little as far as sample sizes, and stuff. But it was, for me, watching the episode back, I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting that the Warhammer, speaks full sentences.
Fully coherent.
Yeah, and it does bring this kind of like more, just like human aspect of,
Yeah.
for obvious reasons. Obviously, if it's just roaring and stuff like that, then you're just like, okay. And it does have a pretty cool like war cry as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spiky Mallet is an interesting choice, but it obviously got the job done.
I know. I guess so.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
The moment that literally Eren was like, okay, and then just,
Yeah.
It makes me think of
He was like, anyways.
Sop hammer.
oh, the Usopp hammer. Yeah.
Big old mallet.
Hey, imagine Usopp as the Warhammer Titan. Imagine.
Hey, that's a big nosed warhammer.
That's an
right
interesting
there.
for One Piece fans and AOT. Lex is like, I'm out. No, but like,
Yeah.
She's
to,
like clocked out.
to go ahead and give.
I was going to say something about One Piece, but I didn't want you guys to spiral.
I know, but
Well, now you can.
not to go ahead and
Now I
spiral
have
too
to.
much, but it would be interesting to go ahead and do a little like tic tac, or not tic tac, but like a connect the.
Well, you have the 9
character
Titans,
with-
and you have
Yeah,
Just exclude
the-
Jinbei, 9 of the crew.
Straw Hats, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you can give Chopper Colossal.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to after
The
you have
Chopper's
Monster
Colossal would
Point.
be interesting for sure. Yeah.
Well, who would be the beast?
That's the thing. I don't know. But Chopper's already a beast.
He is.
So
True.
Can't go beast to beast form.
I would actually want to give Chopper the Warhammer just because he's like a very versatile character.
True.
But his different forms, he could like give different Warhammer forms.
For the kicks, as crazy as this is to say, it doesn't make any sense at all. But I'm like, Sanji's the female
Oh,
type.
100%. 100%. All
female
Sanji
type.
does is kick, bro.
Yeah.
He doesn't use
Yeah,
his
well,
hands.
we don't know for sure what if a male were to eat the female Titan? Like,
Yeah, exactly. We don't know.
why wouldn't you be able to get the same memory?
Sanji would be living in paradise. He'd be like, I'm never gonna not be a Titan ever.
Yeah, and that's
Can you imagine?
does
I've got
Zoro,
a chick's body.
So
Those weak goes
Zoro,
crazy.
Zoinks, dude.
could Zoro
Like
be
Jinky School.
Zoro be armored or
Jacob says Zoro is a beast.
Zoro's beast?
I could see that.
Interesting.
Zoro as beast.
Okay, but then now it's like what is the beast form? Like what from Zoro's past and his
I'd say
Oh
lion.
yeah, what's an animal?
I'd give him a lion.
a lion would be pretty crazy.
Or a phoenix. Because he does the... When he does his,
Monkey.
no, that's... Well,
No.
no, Luffy's got to have the beast titan then. Be Monkey D. Luffy.
Yeah. Actual monkey.
It's hard to go ahead and really
It's hard
kind of
to tie
place.
him. If I could see all the Titans and all of the crew, then it's a little easy.
Then you're thinking
Yeah.
about like Jaw, who would be Jaw.
Then you can compare and
stuff,
contrast.
and all that, and it's kind of crazy. I don't
What's
know.
Brooks?
Founding,
Brooks,
attack.
Brooks is the founding because that shit looks like a
Cart.
skeleton.
Damn, crazy.
That's great. That's a whole other.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic of conversation. We can spiral.
It's
and
a different
Anyways,
topic when
what
I'm not
was
here.
your One Piece fun fact of the day?
I was gonna say that I recently played you know how Fortnite's like Roblox where you just play any game, whatever. It's just like a bunch of public made servers.
Yeah.
We played one that was pretty much like you get to pick whatever finishing move. Like it puts the animation into the game and you just need to be able to melee someone and do the finishing move. And we're looking at all of them and yeah, they have a whole bunch of different like wrestling ones and like
Oh, that's
superpower
sick.
ones. Like they had a bunch of like, they had like Spider-Man's webs and they had all the stuff. They had lightsabers and then you go into anime. And I was like, okay, what's like the most expensive one here? Like what's or expensive, the game coins.
Bucks, yeah.
It's not actual V-Bucks. It's like the coins
Oh,
you get in the
in-game
game.
currency.
Yeah, in-game currency. So it's actually not money. But
Oh, sick. Love to hear that.
you like unlock it every like 5 minutes or something. But anyways, the giant one. And given none of us really watch One Piece, so I'm there with Marco and Luca, and we're like, what the fuck is this Gear 5 Luffy finisher? And it's just like,
Is it the big fist?
it's just like two giant hands that come and grab you, and they're huge. And it's like, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks like Luffy. So okay.
I mean,
So that was
Mr. Fantastic over here.
yeah, no, seriously. That's literally what I was. Also, did you know that for the longest time, I thought Mr. Fantastic was a tank? I swore he was a tank. I don't know what alternate reality I'm living in, but I just found out last week that
it's
he's
very
not.
understandable considering he can.
That's what I thought. I thought he was a tank because he just seems so resilient. I'm like, you are too resilient to be a DPS.
And then that also feeds into his attack strength and just gives him more charge. Just
I
to go to
seriously
Gear
thought he was a
4.
tank with how
Doosh.
long he lasts. But yeah,
Raising.
I have something
Yeah.
for you guys.
Ooh.
a gift.
Somebody already asked the question.
Oh, wow.
What kind of Titan Straw Hats would be if they were in the Attack on Titan universe?
Is it on Reddit?
Somebody decided to go ahead and they.
Because that's where you get the real stuff.
So this is what this person said. Okay. Obviously you can agree or disagree, but this is what they did. Zoro, Warhammer Titan, except with swords instead of Warhammer.
Fair.
Frankie, Armored Titan because he's
Cyborg. Yeah.
metal.
Makes sense.
Chopper, Beast Titan because duh.
Yeah.
Luffy, Attack Titan, aggressive hand-to-hand combat style.
Fair.
Usopp, Card Titan, not physically strong, but gets strength from equipping with different weaponry.
Very Usopp.
Robin, Female Titan. right? More grateful
Disagree.
than the other
I
Titans.
wanted Sanji.
Disagree.
Nami, founding Titan, because she bosses around the rest of the crew.
That's so fucking true. That's so fucking accurate.
Sanji, Jaw Titan, more acrobatic fighting style.
Yeah.
And then this person goes, that leaves Brooke.
Yeah, but doesn't
or
Sanji fight with his
Jinbei.
feet?
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
Jaw Titan has like little teeny tiny. Okay.
I think it's just more the
guess it
acrobatic
is
style.
We could switch
It's
maybe.
like very jumpy.
I would switch Chopper and Sanji. I would rather give Chopper the jaw and Sanji the beast, and I'd give Sanji like a kangaroo or some shit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, then this person goes, that leaves Brooke or Jinbei with Claws of Titan, which I can't really find a good correlation.
Yeah.
I can see a giant skeleton,
Yeah.
bro, just a giant fucking
Giant
afro
colossus.
skeleton.
Yeah. That would be so fun.
That's just like Rory, just like, yo.
Oh my god, 3-pace hub,
Yeah.
colossal titan.
Jacob says he wanted Nami as a
would he?
female Titan.
How would he can't transform?
Yeah.
Brooks can't transform. He has no skin to cut.
Oh yeah, he can't. He'd have to break a bone.
skeleton.
He'd have to
All
break
right.
a bone.
So I just went to go and find
Damn.
something, and then there was just a little quick response. All right, cool. But yeah,
That's sick.
Warhammer, really cool. Words were very
Jinbei's a
sinister.
shark. I take it
Sound
back.
looks cool.
Yeah, she gave him a lot more mercy than Eren gave her.
Definitely.
Jinbei's jaw, Chopper is beast. Brooks don't get none.
All right, so
Brooke is
Oh,
gay.
no, Chopper's
He's
colossal.
already a skeleton.
Yeah.
okay, so one
He's already
thing
cool
too
enough.
with the story here is that Commander Magath knows how the drill goes.
Yeah.
He understands. Like,
Right.
if we want the founder, X Titan needs to eat founder Titan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why he tells
We can't
the
just
instructs.
kill Eren Yeager.
We have to make sure that Titan, that Warhammer Titan,
Should've
is
brought a
gonna go
megaphone.
ahead and eat, Eren Yeager. And then Kozlov was like, oh, it doesn't look like, she's gonna go and eat.
It doesn't look like she's planning on eating
Bro
him.
should have brought a fucking megaphone. Hey!
I know.
Eat him!
Yeah.
Please!
So why is the Warhammer Titan not trying to claim that power? Is it lack of knowledge? Is it revenge? Is it like
I just think it's lack of experience.
Yeah, lack of combat experience and
Maybe-
like what to do.
Well, she probably knows that it's just going to go somewhere else.
Because how does
I
it
feel like it's more
transfer- how
dealing
does
Like,
it
with
I don't want that
media.
responsibility. Someone else take it.
how does it transfer between Tiber family members? Same way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then obviously there is that knowledge of like, okay, which does make sense. Like, you agreed with, you pointed at Lex, you brought up the responsibility is too much, right?
Yeah.
And Bobby says she's probably pissed and wants him off the battlefield. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But it's
Get out
also
of
he
my
did
home.
just like complete a total massacre.
what better way to go ahead and get revenge than to go ahead
Take
and
the whole power.
literally just
Kill the dude.
kill the person by
How's she gonna
consuming
eat him,
and, huh?
How's she going to eat him?
Yeah, there's little slits there. Just
I know.
use a
Just
little
like
straw.
cheese grater.
Hey, Warhammer.
She needs to make a cheese grater or a
manifest
blender.
manifest a
Puts half of his
straw.
body in between and just goes,
I know.
Manifest a straw. You can just.
She's just gonna create a blender.
And then you just hear a very distant freaking Mikasa.
I know.
like the most splitting headache ever.
Oh my gosh, that would cause her. To
And
go
then
crazy.
the end.
Yeah.
Fun. Glad it didn't end that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Jacob out of here? Is he leaving?
It said he's off
I
till
had a blast
Tuesday,
with
so
y'all. I'm
hype.
off till Tuesday. So hype. You're off till Tuesday.
Like off work.
I'm assuming it's off work.
Yeah, that's cool. So you're off.
Hey.
I wish I was off work till Tuesday.
So if you're off work, then why are you calling it a night, my friend?
I know.
The night's still young.
What do you mean
like-
had?
It's like
Yeah.
He's like, it's not fun anymore.
like midnight.
but I
Yeah,
had a
He's like,
blast.
you know what? I had fun. Yeah, it's not too fun. Yeah. I why is the Warhammer not eating the founding Titan? I guess it does
killed
make
their brother.
sense that the responsibility is too much. Maybe that wasn't even part of the Tiber plan.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's not part of the plan, then why wouldn't the plan be that? As I'm thinking out loud here, I'm like, the Tiber family, Willie's words are to go ahead and take the founding Titan from the devils. So,
rage,
Yeah, I feel like there had to be some
Fear.
kind of
fear
Yeah,
after
definitely
getting
fear.
pounded into the dirt.
like, this is my first time on the battlefield.
yeah.
He punched me while I was transforming. I don't know how to kill this dude.
Yeah.
Birdie dissecting videos all night after this. Cutting open the colossal
lore.
titan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this. I was thinking about Commander Magath's what his plan is, and let's say it does. The plan goes according to plan, and Warhammer now has the ability of those titans,
Yeah.
right?
Attack, Founding, and Warhammer all in one body is crazy.
And so, what also persuades and how can we assume that Miss Laura is going to now follow
doesn't
Marleyan law?
don't. Ooh, I'm trying to think about how Fritz's will. Now that she has the Founding Titan, doesn't she have Fritz's will?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Because then where does Ymir fall into this?
Yeah.
Where does...
Do we just end up with the same situation? Like
So
we
if
did
that's the
with
case,
Rice family?
then why would
Do her ideals change? Does
why
she
would
turn on
Laura
Marley?
Tiber go to the parody?
I'm
I'm
sure
just saying-
that she
I'm just saying
was
because
just...
she has the Founding Titan. It's
Yeah.
just Fritz's will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I like how I'm blanking on his name. Kenny's
Yeah, Udi.
Udi, like Udi, the whole the Titan, that mentality of Fritz takes over. Maybe she just eats Founding Titan, turns on Marley.
Yeah.
After time, she's like, she probably looks like Mikasa or one of them. She's like, I'm so sorry, but I need you to take me with you.
Yeah.
Like I need you to take me with you now.
She probably just came to parody because she has the Warhammer.
Yeah.
And
Just
was,
like as a bodyguard.
and was just like, hey, shit is going to hit the fan. And we need you to basically defend and attack and kill Eren Yeager.
Well, we know she was in on the whole plan.
Yeah.
Or kill whoever is going to be there.
Yeah.
And they probably weren't planning. I don't know if they were exactly planning for Eren himself to be there and be vulnerable enough to be eaten for that to be the plan. It was probably just like, I need you to stop him any way you can, kill him.
I feel like in
She's
their
like,
eyes,
hey, I'll
it's
kill
not-
him. I don't want to eat him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like in their eyes, it's not necessarily the Titan and the powers. It's Eren Yeager and his mindset. That's their big enemy.
It's crazy. There's so many layers.
Oh yeah, I'm sure if she ate Eren, she would have like Fritz do some shit, and she just fall into the same spell and be like, okay, let's go back to parody and
The
forget everyone's
memories. The memories would be intense.
Mm-hmm.
Just the attacks memories alone.
I don't think she can handle it.
No, there's no way.
Maybe she's off
But
herself.
the Tibers don't have any royal blood. So
You never know. You never know if
they
someone's gonna
wouldn't-
react to shit like that.
Yeah.
The Tibers don't have any royal blood, right? So they wouldn't be able
So at that
to-
point, to Zach, the Tibers, they do not. No, they're honorary Marlians or actually just Eldians.
So the founding Titan is
They have no
basically-
relation to the royal family other than what that
Basically
fake
useless.
story is.
Yeah.
And
It's just mental
No
torture.
euthanization. It's just now they hold it.
Yeah. It's
But
just mental torture now.
To your theory, though, about the torture is who's to say that the founding Titan doesn't just allow herself to be given as sacrifice? You know?
Oh,
for
she's
the-
like, okay, well, I have these
For
powers.
the greater good.
Oh yeah.
Someone else
Much
take it.
like Grisha did,
Yeah.
you know?
Goes and she's like looks at Historia, the queen of the island of devils.
Yeah. Actual royal blood.
I took this power from the father of your child.
Yeah. Right.
Please take these powers from
That's
me.
the Attack the Talk podcast canon.
But then how do they, so they would also need to find a way to transform Historia into a, you know,
Yeah.
just a
Let's just
pure
take
Titan.
a little bit of serum. Here's some wine.
There's serum just laying around somewhere
Yeah.
over here.
Lick it off
I'm
the
sure they
floor.
could find some. Hanji with enough time would have been able to figure it out.
Zeke's like, I got some wine.
I know. Drink some wine.
Oh, Levi, I brought wine.
Jacob asks, did Magath connect him giving the Attack Titan to Grisha and he's now seeing it again? Does he realize that that's his kid?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't
So
think
I
they
think
know.
what we're asking is that was he aware of the whole Grisha thing because Grisha was from Marley? I don't know. It's so
I
hard to
think
really
as
understand.
far as they know is Eren Yeager is a Marleyan devil. And he's
so
coming
hard.
to kill us.
It's so hard to understand like how far back and really the resume that Magath has.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows the lore. He could.
Yeah.
Because Magath does, like every good commander, keep his cards close to his chest. So we don't know.
Imagine Theo Magath's like, yeah, my best friend back in the day was Officer Gross.
Oh my.
Oh shit.
Oh my lord.
Eye twitches from Eren real quick.
Who?
Gross for real. Ew.
At that point, you're like, oh fuck. Well, like so much for liking Magath.
I know.
Right. Every redeeming
Get him in that
quality is
train
now
quicker.
mute.
Where's the train scene?
Yeah.
Get him in there quicker.
Can't happen soon enough
Train
at that
scene.
point.
Oh man, when he has his Island Devil version of him.
I know. When he starts to realize like everyone's just human.
My boy,
Everyone's just like a scared human.
my goat.
You're there,
Yeah, your
Mr.
goat.
The Commandant, Mr. Sadis himself. Yeah, I don't know, but I
Dang.
don't know. It's so crazy because again, the fact that we go ahead and see the Warhammer Titan and it's such a small sample size. You know, I know we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but you know, you guys are aware. We don't set spoiler warning, but
Yeah, you know what.
You've been new.
Y'all know the
so
vibe.
it's fun to think about the hypotheticals. It's fun to go ahead and kind of question certain things. It's all part of the fun. That's what makes analyzing these episodes so fun.
It's an overthinker's dream.
We talked
Yup.
about literally as Jacob presented how he wanted a reality with Marco and Bertolt surviving. It's like cause and effect. So thus we like to go ahead and think about a cause and effect on alternate reality, on alternate timelines. Like what happens if the Warhammer does kill Eren, which Jacob did ask. What happens if the Warhammer eats Eren and consumes and absorbs and is granted that power of the multiple Titans that Eren has? Like what happens then? We don't know. Is that too much to go ahead and handle? You know, I think about freaking I don't know why my mind went to that, the Incredible Hulk, that the first one, right, where he's facing off against his father like a Zori man, and he's like absorbing all of his gamma abilities underwater, and then Bruce like tells him like, you think you can handle it? Take it. And then the Hulk just screams, take it on, or whatever, right? And he's just like almost like giving away all of his ability, and then his father's like, it's too much, I can't handle it, no, whatever and stuff. Is like, what happens if all of
Never
a
seen
sudden
this scene, but I've seen it now.
what happens if
Like I'm watching the movie.
I know.
what happens if the Warhammer Titan's like, boom, chomp, all of a sudden like,
Starts banging
Like,
his
I
head
don't
on the
want it. I don't want
smacks
it.
his head through the pike. No.
know.
Bobby's out of here. I think it says, "My clock out, y'all. Hate this saving daylight thing." It's just legit.
No
midnight.
worries. No
I gotta
worries.
take a puppy to the vet tomorrow. Oh, okay. Hopefully everything's okay,
No worries.
Bobby. Yeah, got to keep an eye out for the new pod. Definitely. Bobby, appreciate you, man. Thank you so
Bobby.
much
Thanks for popping
everything
in.
you do for the podcast, man. Every time you go ahead and you respond to the Q&As, every time you respond, or I should say you go ahead and you vote in the poll questions and stuff, every time you go ahead and you pop in and chat, it's always a pleasure, man, and we appreciate you so much and your support, man. You're an OG, and we appreciate your loyalty to the Attack to Talk Levi squad. And so hopefully everything's all good with your puppy, and
Yeah.
yeah, keep an
And
eye-
your two
keep,
girlfriends.
Yeah, and your two girls.
There you go. Keep an eye out for that podcast.
The one
for sure.
proactive.
Sweet
proactive
dreams, sweet prince.
Yeah, there you go. Is Jacob explaining his new name?
Yeah, he's explaining to Lex.
By the way, Lex, my new name is my name on PlayStation and Xbox. I also changed it to that on everything else, and my TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and I'm no longer high sound anything, and I'm happy I just go by one thing now.
Whoa, you just like literally
Everything.
you
He
denounced
rebranded.
your
Tyson.
Tokyo Ghoul like fandom like that?
Dub Titan yell for
For life.
life. Night, y'all.
Yeah. Okay, Bobby.
Good night, Bobby.
Good night. And thank you, Bobby.
Buenos noches.
All right, so
Porco.
that's basically him saying, "Hey, add me on all of this."
I know,
all the
yeah, I
same
know,
thing.
seriously.
Very easy. It's all the
Shameless fucking plug.
I know. Yeah, it's the same one on Xbox and TikTok and YouTube.
Anything with the username is the same as this one now.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, it's the same
Lit,
username on
bro.
Cash App and on Venmo.
PayPal and Zelle and
That's
everything.
hilarious. Oh man. We love you, Jacob. Yeah, so again, just spitballing and just theorizing here about other potential outcomes of other timelines, like it's crazy. But thinking about it, I do agree with your guys' hypothesis here of that it would just be too much freaking power for one person to go ahead and handle.
No one
Right.
man should have all this power.
Only Eren Yeager was destined to have this. So yeah, it'd be crazy.
Unlimited power.
Limited.
But
Unlimited. Unlimited games or no games? Unlimited bacon, but no games.
unlimited scouts in this moment. Or
Unlimited scouts, no military police.
God.
Right. Unlimited military police, no scouts.
Yeah, that'd be a strange world, wouldn't it? No shit would get done.
Nothing gets done. Pinochle every day, man.
Pinochle every day. One stream we should learn how to play Pinochle and play it.
That would be
So
interesting.
down.
That'd be interesting for sure.
But hey, Eren actually says something kind of nice. He's probably like, "Hey, Mikasa,
Imagine.
I know that I've ignored you for all this time and I left, but hey, I'm glad to see that you all made it."
To your first point though about Pinochle stream, can you imagine if it's just a stream of us simulating some sort of like kind of like high living?
We're all
at a
dressed
table, we're
as
dressed over as
military
royalty,
police.
like just royalty or just or MPs and well maybe not royalty whatever, but like it's just like a. I would have to break sobriety for this, but we're just we're just boozing.
Yeah.
Let's
We're playing
do it.
Pinochle.
Yeah,
And
Zach
you
heard
know,
booze
hey,
and he's down.
imagine- I wouldn't break sobriety for Pinochle.
You can drink non-alcoholic
there you
beverages.
go,
I
yeah.
wouldn't break sobriety either. Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, but I mean,
I will for both of you
If
guys.
you had like a joint in there or something.
We could say we'll just say it's a cigar.
there you
Yeah,
go.
it's my cigar.
I'll just
Yeah.
roll a
Just don't roll it
We'll-
that
we'll
fast.
roll a fat blunt.
Because then I'll only be able to smoke like barely any of it.
Can you
I'll
imagine?
take care of the rest of that too.
Yes. So we're just gonna give it all to
Can you
Zach.
imagine if we had
Like
like
when you
a,
play drinking games, it's like, oh, he's drinking for me. Oh yeah, he's drinking for me too.
can you
Yeah, he's drinking for me
imagine
too.
If
Are
we
you
had
drinking
like
for
a,
everyone at this party?
if we had like a subathon or something like that,
Oh my
where I
god.
was like, all right, so this was gonna happen. For each sub or whatever that we get,
Yeah, each
it's
gifted,
like
whatever.
It'd be like I don't know, like
Spin a wheel and punish Zach.
no.
Just on Zach, yeah.
I was gonna say it'd
Put me
be
on
like
the wheel.
Put him on the wheel.
I don't want to say like a shot because a shot obviously is like that's thinking about
Intense.
it. If we get 5 subs,
That's 5 shots.
that's already 5 shots.
No,
We're not
do
making
like
it past the first hour.
No.
if
And
it's like
then-
a hit, you know.
And then so like for Zach it would have
That's
to be
chill.
like a drink. For Lex it'd have to be a hit. Mm-hmm. And for me it'd have to be a bite of a taco. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
AJ
For
orders
you,
like
it's-
100
so
tacos.
it's gluttony, stoner, and alcoholic. Got it.
I'd also like to take a couple hits.
Yeah, yeah. Can I take a hit as well?
I would like
And then
to
Zach's
cross my
Zach,
zone.
after a couple
May I
hits,
also have a bite of
I was just
taco?
saying after a couple hits it'd be
no,
like,
I guess
you
I
know
got
what, fuck it, I might as well go ahead and do everything. Like,
I know.
a bit of everything.
It's got to be
Give
a
me the
spicy
spaghetti taco.
Yes, yes.
There you go.
It's got to be like some weird.
Oh my gosh.
Give me
No,
that escargot.
AJ, it's got to be something spicy for you.
Yeah.
We got to give you like the Buffalo Wild Wings challenge or something.
Oh yeah.
Something
Oh,
spicy.
yeah.
Well, the thing is, I was thinking have like a very spicy. If we're going like drink hit, I'd have to go bite. So it'd have to be like
Yeah,
you know
bite.
something like let's say I had like some fries, but I had to dip it over in this sauce.
Yeah.
So it's just
I'm
boom.
gonna get
A
you
bite
the
of that.
bomb.
Oh,
No, that's
fuck
too
no,
many
dude.
Scoville units.
At that point, then we have to
AJ's gonna
find.
puke.
We'd have to find something that would equate to that in alcoholic form, and something that would equate to that
Yeah.
over in grass form or
Which
something.
would be like dabs, which
Oh,
I'm not
fuck
doing.
no.
I'm never doing that.
You just brought
Never.
back. You just brought back.
I'll
some-
shotgun some vodka bottles.
Yeah, you'd have to
No,
do
this
like
is
Jaeger
Shotgunning
bombs.
buzz balls.
We're just joking around, y'all.
Extendo for Loco with the buzz ball
Oh
attachment.
my gosh, crazy! Hell no. Yeah, we're just joking around, guys. Of course, we never.
All
do
in
this.
theory.
Unless I'm kidding.
Unless-
Camera practice.
Unless we get
That's what
some,
If
you
you
guys
guys get us
want.
100 subscribers by next week, we'll do it.
we will do a subathon. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Jesus.
That would be crazy. No, so
Jacob, get to work, bro.
Well, then people are gonna pop in and be like, "So what's Attack on Titan?
yeah, they're gonna be like, "Yo,
I heard you guys
so-
do some fuck shit.
You guys are funny."
Yeah, I know. They're just gonna be expecting
I
literally
heard
that
Jadea
kind
on
of
comment
content.
W on one of your videos.
I know.
I know,
So
it's
random.
Yeah. So, what was this? You were talking about the arrival of Mikasa.
And Eren said something nice.
And how Eren actually was like, I'm glad to see that you made it.
Yeah, exactly.
You all made it.
And I'm glad to see you all made it.
It's just
Not just you.
Everyone.
Typical Jaeger manipulation. You know, that's what it is.
Yeah, just love bomb my girl Mikasa like that. No, I'm just kidding.
Love
he
bomb.
does that.
That is a love bomb for him, to be honest.
I know. For Eren, that's a love bomb. For him to be like, I'm glad. Oh, you're glad? You're glad.
I know.
Okay.
Seriously.
Shudder. A little shit. Oh my God, he's happy.
He said glad.
He's smiling at me.
He said my name and I saved his life.
I want to talk about that freaking attack, that Thunder Spear barrage. Like,
That's fucking badass, man.
like she launched like
This is her first
8.
time seeing Eren in a minute. So
8
she's like,
Thunder Spears. I literally had to
the same
pause and
time.
count.
yeah.
'Cause it was just
it's
like
a
a
lot.
Yeah, literally. And then it just like 8. Think about what like
I think there's
what they
only
did
like
to Rhino
4 on
with, like-
each.
Yeah.
There's only 4 on each arm
It's 4
if
clips.
they're fully equipped. Yeah.
damn, so
So
she
she
really just emptied the clip, huh?
Yeah.
It probably was. It probably was a little bit of rage to be like, God damn, I can't believe I'm doing this for this dude. Like,
Yeah.
we're already all the way back here. Please come home. Just kill this thing and let's go home.
Yeah.
Put it out of its misery.
And that's why she's. I mean, you know, she could have said literally anything else, but give me back my boyfriend. Instead, when she finally saw him, she goes, Eren, please, just come home.
And it makes sense
She
why
sounds so tired.
it makes sense why Mikasa went ahead and did such a strong like attack
Yeah,
to try
barrage
to
of
put
fire.
the Warhammer out as quickly as possible so that they can go home.
Yeah.
You know?
She either don't want any more casualties. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah. And that is just like music to Armin's ears, or lack thereof. But
Yeah.
like
Armin's human ears.
the less
Armin's ear nubs.
casualties, the better, right?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Hey, Armin, you can come back now." Armin is like, he just sees waving and he's like, "It must be time." Boom!
I know.
Explosion.
It must
like,
be
oh
time.
shit!
No.
We're calling off the attack.
it's like,
we
no.
got Eren.
We're
I
going
know.
home.
Oh my God.
You didn't have to wipe out the entire harbor
Yeah,
fleet.
the whole-
Walks up
fleet.
in colossal form.
I know.
What did you
I know.
say?
He's just.
Yeah. It's like, I
He
can't
said
hear
no
you.
more.
I literally can't hear you. I don't have ears.
Seriously. Damn. That would fucking rip his heart out.
I know.
That would haunt him. He'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, I kill those people. Oh my gosh, I kill those people. Oh my
You
gosh."
just need to not tell him.
reason.
You need to not tell him.
You're like, "Oh yeah, good job.
You know.
We needed that.
That's
We
the-
Wouldn't have done that without you.
Yeah, that's exactly what we asked for, right? We did not ask to
Oh,
retreat and go back home immediately.
Shit. Yeah. But
Walkie talkies, man.
You still can't hear.
Put it on his person, man.
I know.
yeah. So Mikasa's there.
Strap it
So
to
cool.
One vibrate for no, 2 vibrate.
Just do the clicky thingy. Just
Yeah.
do the clicky thingy. Morse
you
code.
go.
Morse code, yeah.
You know what? Hey,
Morse
just
code
go
it.
ahead and do some sort of like electro, some like, you know, give him a little buzz. Just go out there and be like,
Yeah.
we're ready. We're ready. Let's go home.
Yeah.
Hanji, I have this remote zap collar.
Yes.
I know.
Zap me when I need to
It's
transform.
gigantic, so it'll fit on your colossal.
The zapping like Morse code. It's just, and then next thing you know, hey, fuck it. Whatever. Harbor Fleet's gone.
You said 2 more hours.
This
This is a blast. 2 more hours? No, man.
hell
I
no.
got a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sleep.
We talked about the scouts arriving. You know, hey, Mikasa's there. The scouts are there. All hell's about to go ahead and break loose even more. And you know what? The scouts aren't the only ones that have arrived. Let's not forget, we have 2 more Titan warriors that are no longer stuck in a hole.
Yeah.
So
2 new
So things
players
are gonna
have
get
entered the battlefield.
So much more exciting.
Yeah.
Tune in.
and
next
also,
week.
it's so cool to go ahead and see that kind of like version of Peak as well, when she's usually so soft spoken and just so tired, this and whatever. And
Make
she's
it
like-
10.
Literally.
I
He's
know.
like,
she
how far is the
fucking
car?
yelled
The
it up.
car? Yeah. He goes, we can get it in 15 minutes, and then
It's back at HQ. Run, fat ass.
I know. Seriously.
Time to shed some weight, fuckers.
Seriously.
Move it.
You know, you got Porco's like, wait, what's happening?
Porco's like,
So I need to go join the fight? No,
I
dude.
know.
Let's actually assess what's happening here.
Seriously.
You didn't even know why we were in that hole.
I know.
we don't even know where Beardy is.
You know?
Not Birdie, Beardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beardy.
Beardy. That's right. A mysterious soldier named Beardy. All right, guys, that's all we got for you in this episode. Next week's episode is going to be a lot of fun. We get to go ahead and continue on with the story that is episode 6, the Warhammer Titan. That'll be part 3 of our episode breakdown discussion.
Good.
Might be the final part of our episode breakdown discussion. We'll see where that episode brings us. It's like one of those things where if I feel like there's a lot to talk about, I try to go ahead and
It's if the moment allows.
keep the episodes to a good, solid, like 2
you still want to do it
2.5,
justice.
Yeah. And yeah, how long have we been going?
250.
250. Oh shit.
Almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
It always happens. I was even telling Zebra Cakes, I was like, it seems like it's gonna be, not as many notes. So
I
it
saw
could be a
that
short
and I was
episode.
like, we're still going.
I know. I saw that there was only like one
Yeah.
part for us to go through, but I was like, no.
We're like, you know what that means? It's just more yapping for us.
That
It
means
just
that we
get
just
to go ahead and just
go
have
on a
open
yapathon.
forum talk. Yeah. But yeah, so for our friends that stuck around, our friends that join us live in chat, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. We love you guys so much. And for anybody that catches the episode when they are published, shout out Nate. Thank you guys.
Nate.
Thank you guys for just again supporting us in that way. And for appreciating the content that we bring to you guys. It's something where we go ahead and we do for fun. It's a fun thing to do on a weekly basis. But I mean, again, just full transparency. Like, it does take work. It does take effort. And it takes like that consistent drive to want to go ahead and do this on a weekly basis. And what really helps us is, again, you guys. We've mentioned it so many times. Like, if it wasn't for you guys and your support, the podcast wouldn't have ever reached season 4, let alone, who knows, season 3. But we continue doing this for you guys, and again, we just appreciate like what you guys do for us and the support that you go ahead and you give us, and the love, and yeah, you guys are awesome. So we really hope that you guys enjoy the content that we do. We talked about at the start of the episode, when this is all said and done, the podcast is over. We have completed all seasons of AOT, all content, and it's something that we have all done together. And it is a library of content that we all have created together, and it is available for all future AOT fans to go ahead and find.
We are
Immortalized on the internet.
Yeah, on the internet for
And,
all of you guys
it's-
to view.
It's a beautiful thing. You never know who's gonna find it in the future. And
Hit us up if you find it, whatever time, whatever day.
Yeah,
If you,
whenever you
if
find
you
it.
want us to like
You
act
could
for
be
you
listening
or
to
like
this right
voice act.
now, like years later.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's cool.
I'll still be down to voice act in 20 years. So just
And
saying.
Yeah.
if we are no longer streaming live on a weekly basis, but you do find this podcast and you are in the future, thank you. Thank
There's
you
a
for
lot more
finding-
episodes. Keep watching.
Thank you, you in the
Thank you for
future.
finding us.
Stick around. We're kind of cool.
Yeah,
Blue is crying outside of
he
our door right
definitely
now.
is.
Yeah.
So
Time.
that wraps up another episode of Attack Talk Season 4 breakdowns, and new episodes stream live on Twitch every week. Follow us on Instagram at Attack Talk Podcast for your updates as to when we will be streaming live. And check out the link tree in the bio where you can find all the platforms we are available on. Jacob has a code for us. What's the code?
Code fun, because this was a blast.
Hey.
Love you all. And I was refreshing at 6 p.m. your time because it said
It
6.
certainly said 6.
My bad.
It's supposed to be at 6:30. Usually we go ahead and we've been streaming at 6:30.
I was getting confused because
Pacific
my
Standard
appointment was at 6 and
Assume
Was that
6:30 from now on, ladies
yeah,
and
6:30.
gents.
My
Yeah.
fault.
But Jacob, we appreciate you refreshing, man. That's cool. You are. We've talked about your loyalty, man, and
Commitment.
yeah. So thank you.
And sorry about that. But yeah, 6:30. 6:30 from now on.
That's all I got for
I
you
had a lot
guys.
on the brain.
Again, love you guys so much. Hope to see you guys back here with us when we stream live on Twitch next week. As we continue this crazy story, spread that love and positivity. Spread the word. We'll try to get more friends here in chat with us or watching at a later time. And just be safe, guys. Be safe, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. That's all I got.
I don't have much. Be safe. Bye, y'all. See you next week.